their line, and so my response was, "Why do you keep saying that over and over?" Highly original, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But
no, I saw. I say I follow Riff Tracks on YouTube and on Amazon Prime for that matter. Um, and yeah, I knew they had a game coming. I knew they streamed it, but I've not. I hadn't looked into it at all.
it looked like it's made by television, but it's so, like to say inspired is being polite.
Do you remember the
It's
Bullfrog one?
same
Was
account.
it called In the Movies? And it used your Connect and then edited out the background, and you could overlay yourself over stuff.
Never had a Connect.
It was well, you're not missing anything in this particular case, but yeah, I recall that was a thing. Was it Connect? Yeah, because Peter Molyneux was big on Connect. I did remember the whole Milo thing. Milo?
Yeah, that was the little AI boy, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I had a friend of mine who worked there, and I said to him, I said, how are you doing all the speech synthesis? Forget the rest. How are you doing the speech synthesis? And he went, oh, we just got an actor in to do it. I was like, oh, it's all faked. He goes, yeah, it's all faked for the video. It was more of a demonstration of what the technology could do, as opposed to here is what our technology actually does. So typical Peter Molyneux crap.
Hello there.
Hello.
Is it? I've still got that song stuck in my head.
Which song?
Yeah.
Whitney Houston. It's not right. What's it called? But it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Where's my video? It's plural.
I've got to get it off the quest. And then to put it into Discord, I have to compress it. Because, yeah, you get 8 megs.
What was that TV show you were recommending last night? It wasn't called Outlander, but it was called something a bit like that.
Hey, me or Malcolm?
It was you. Malcolm doesn't recommend anything any good. He's like, oh, watch Star Trek. And I asked him a simple question, and he doesn't respond. So I mean, he's dead to me now.
Was it
Severance,
Severance that I
what
was
you were talking
recommending?
about.
Sorry, say that again, sir?
Severance on Apple TV?
Severance. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Wasn't Severance
Sorry, Adam, what was the
a film as well about cowboys?
Yeah. It was, yeah. Well,
the question you asked me, Adam, about?
I asked you if
question
Michael
about
Burnham was crying.
Yeah, and I replied,
So she's not in the season. She's not in the show at all.
no, she's not.
Oh, I might watch it then.
Yeah, she's not in the show. So basically, it's her brother, as in the character who plays Spock in that one. It's him, and basically follows on kind of from where he is, and Captain Picard, I think it is. It's them basically going
Hi.
around.
Are you talking about Strange New Worlds?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh,
Pike,
so you're not talking about Star Trek at all. You're talking about the Pike spin-off.
Yeah, that's it.
Strange New Worlds.
So not
Yeah,
Star
but it's
Trek.
good. Well, it is Star Trek.
Not
It's very Star Trek.
Ah.
It's very like original series in a lot of ways, because it's episodic.
what are you talking
It's
about?
like each episode has a alien of the week.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
Not the Gorn. Yeah, the fourth episode's fucking awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I might have to.
Yeah.
I might actually watch it then, because I just can't stand. Like, I like Discovery. Don't I think Discovery's brilliant. I think they did one of the best depictions of a gay couple I've ever seen in television. Tig Notaro is fantastic. Michelle Yeoh is brilliant. I love it. All apart from any time that Michael Burnham either whispers or cries, which is that's her entire acting range, and it's just like I'm sure she's a great actress. I'm sure it's the script, but what's going on? Why are you whispering? There's a bomb going on.
I mean, I
I'm whispering because I'm about to cry.
I do understand it. It doesn't bother me. I understand. I do find it funny to watch. And like once you mention it, I go, oh yeah, it's quite funny. But it doesn't put me off the TV show at all. And it's had its ups, it's had its downs. But generally, I think the production value is fantastic of it. Like the CGI and everything, I think it's brilliant.
Oh, the CGI
I think it's really good.
amazing.
And I really enjoy it for that as well. Now, in the 4 episodes of the new Star Trek, it's been probably more interesting than 90% of the TV shows. But then again, it is the first 4 episodes. The 90% better than the other one, the other Star Trek.
Speaking of which, Izzard, did you watch Doctor Strange 2 yet?
I don't watch Marvel or DC
but can
films.
you just watch it for the cameo? Because I need to talk to you about the cameo.
No, but if you could point me to the bit with the cameo in it.
Well, I can't because
I
it's
can watch that.
I enjoyed it.
yeah, but Izzard is too hipster when it comes to films. Apart from hipster films.
Well, then just spoil it for him. He's not going to give a monkey.
Well, what about
You won't
Mark?
understand what you're talking
Well,
about.
Malcolm, have you seen it?
No,
Do you know who the cameo is in it?
no.
Wow. Why haven't you seen it?
Because the only person that I would probably go and see it with
Is me.
is not being here.
I go and see
It's
it.
only-
Yes,
Yeah,
Does everything-
come, Adam, come visit, and we'll go out, and we'll go out and grab some food, and I'll take you on a date night, and we'll go get some food, and we'll go watch a film.
Yeah, but I've seen it, so whatever.
I haven't seen it,
You
but
said you-
does everything come to a precipice where it's almost
I
a
can't win.
catastrophe? It's almost a catastrophe, but it's averted and it all resolves nicely by the end of the film. Just guessing.
Not really, no. But
Yeah,
Anyway.
right.
anyway, because it's an alternate universe, there is a cameo by shall we say, an old man from a different Marvel film, who has no problems walking around and pointing at things. So I just want to reiterate, I reckon he was hamming it up for Picard.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, really.
Okay. So Captain Xavier, is it?
Yes.
Not Captain Xavier.
Captain Xavier.
Dr. Xavier. Professor Xavier, is that it?
yes. Professor Doctor Captain Xavier.
It's all made up.
Captain Savior.
Yeah, he will. Captain Xavier, he'll save you.
But anyway, yes, the actor had no problems walking around. Although, of course, he may have been CGI, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I only watch black and white films, so watching.
You don't watch any black and white films because no film's black and white.
Huh? Well, that's not true. I can name one off the top of my head. So what do you mean, no film?
Well, just purely black and white with no grey.
That's not
They're
quite
called black and
what
white
the word
films,
films.
though.
Yeah, no one calls them grey films. That just there's grey imports, I suppose.
Monochrome film.
I guarantee you, there's at least one monochrome film out there, though. At
Well, you
least
never
one.
heard of black and white photography?
If it's not actually black and white, is it? Like there are shades. It's a mixture of some black and some white.
Look, it doesn't matter if the film's black or white, okay?
Yeah, but that's like saying colour photography isn't all one colour. It's colours.
What it should be called? Colours photography, then.
Colours photography, yeah.
But yeah, I guarantee there's been at least one monochrome
now-
film out there.
Now, is that colours COLOURS or
Colours, not colours.
Colours COLOUR
Z.
apostrophe S or ES apostrophe or ES apostrophe?
Colours, not colanders.
Colours, not collars.
I love the pause. I love the pause there. Colours, not colanders.
Oh no, this map's huge.
Yeah, well, I've cleaned a bit of it, so I'm
Where are you?
I'm at hole number one. Where are you? Where, like
I think I'm doing my own one.
one hole at a time.
What are you playing?
PowerWash simulator. We're doing the golf course.
Ah, good. I can work out which we were doing.
It's on the schedule, but no on
Yeah,
the schedule.
no,
It's never
look,
up to date.
I read
It's got
Friday
one
for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know what I read Friday.
oh yeah, that's exactly what Jay
No one
did.
understands this. No one understands that
What
bloody
Jay,
topic
Day
system.
of the week
Get a
is.
system.
we have a system.
Yeah, get
Jay
a
forgot it was Thursday.
Yeah, but Jay
Oh.
gets it wrong all the time. So you should use a
Because it's a
system.
system doesn't mean it's a good one.
We do have a system.
Yes,
Jay's-
I know.
Jay's
Just
problem
because
was-
it's a system doesn't mean it's a good one.
Jay's problem was asking, "Is the schedule correct?" And I'm like, "Yes." He goes, "Cool, but how can we play if
Be
it's
fair.
not out?" To be fair, I think
You can't.
it's been day drinking again.
The schedule's not correct always.
It
I'm being
is.
polite. No, it's not.
It always that's bollocks, isn't it? It's always correct.
That's bollocks, isn't it?
That's bollocks. I mean, it's not correct at this
bollocks,
second in
innit?
time, but that's because we can't do
Okay,
snow
sad
runner
boy.
tomorrow. But it's almost
Yeah, exactly. I
but it's
mentioned that to you yesterday or the day before. And you
Yeah,
still
but
haven't.
I haven't been home today. I was out.
To be fair, I mean,
It's case in point, not case end point.
I thought
did
it
you
was case in point.
Did you say case and point?
Yes, I thought it was case
Oh.
in
He
point.
did.
Case
No,
and
it's
thought that
case in point.
Wow.
Case in
Grammar,
point.
please.
No, I thought it was that.
Please.
It's like game set and match.
So,
Game set in match.
considering that Malcolm, you can fuck off this next conversation. Did anyone have any good ideas apart from? I need to have a 64-bit operating system running on an AGP computer. And we seem to be having real
Oh,
problems
I see why you
installing
don't want me
Windows
involved.
7. Hence my question about the PCI to AGP adapter.
Wait, what did you say about Windows 7?
We would like to put a 64. Well, we tried to install Windows 7 and it installs and then it locks up
Yeah.
partway through the install and then goes, the installation failed. And we don't know why.
There's a 64-bit version of XP, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, why do you need 64-bitedness, by the way?
Because we are failing to find a tool that works, and we've tried like all of the DOS ones, and I mean DOS, not command prompt. The Linux one doesn't work.
Not DOSBox, I mean.
Not command prompt. I don't know if we tried DOSBox.
FreeDOS.
We tried FreeDOS, yeah. So basically,
For what? Sorry, what are you trying to do?
I need to flash a video card's BIOS to something else.
And FreeDOS didn't
I
work?
see.
No.
Yeah, but
we're just getting.
how do you? When,
Right, yeah.
yeah, but what? The Flash tool surely only supports certain things, right? Only certain operating systems.
Well, yes.
So exactly. So why are you trying different operating systems? Because obviously you can only use the ones with that the tools supplied on. So find a list
You're
of what
too young
operating-
to understand this, but I could still run Doom on my Windows computer, even though Doom was released on a different operating system. So that's how it works. But essentially, we're struggling to get a computer that we can run the software, but it just doesn't work. And depending on which version of software, we get a completely different and unhelpful error message. But what would be nice if I could just use a more modern computer with an adapter to plug the video card in. But apparently such a thing does exist, as in people have made them, but I can't find any commercially for sale.
Oh, weird.
But on the bright side, I did cheer myself up by finding a bunch of forum threads, people going, I've got my 950 and I want to flash it to the 980 Ti BIOS and it no longer works. I've bricked my 2080 Ti by putting a new BIOS on it. So that cheered me up a little.
But
It's a one-time thing, isn't it? So you just need to find an old computer that's suitable.
Well, ironically, I was going to
yeah,
take...
it's fun.
Well, I was going to take both the Projector Games rigs into the arcade next week and see if either of those were just happened to work.
I have an AGP compatible computer here, but presumably you don't want me to bring that to you or vice versa.
Possibly we might. I mean, possibly the arcade might just buy it. But
Maybe cheaper than buy a new one, or buy. You can't buy new, but you can buy new to you, as it were, second hand.
yeah.
But there are companies that specialise in sourcing and selling old stuff to people.
Yes, yeah, we found a few of those, but selling refurbished.
I have contacts.
Yes. Oh, so well,
Do you
I mean,
want-
at this point, where I'm hoping that I happen to have some hardware lying around, because Christian, the younger tech, was like, "Oh, we need an AGP motherboard," and I'm like, "Oh, I've got a few at home." He goes, "No, AGP, it's really old." I'm like, "Yeah, I've got a few of those at home." Like, I believe all the
To be
Project
fair,
Games
Adam-
rigs are AGP.
Adam, you actually make a really good point. My dad's PC that he hasn't used for fucking ages actually might have an AGP motherboard in it.
Yeah. So what it is we bought a video card that is exactly the same as the video card in an arcade machine, only it's a slightly different version. Not an important difference, but it's like a 6800 GT, not a 6800 GTX or something. It's an irrelevant difference, but the game won't boot unless the video card is exactly the same. This video card is actually quite a bit better, but we need to make it look like it's the worst card so the game will boot. I'm not trying to do what a lot of people are doing, which they buy up like a 2060, flash it to look like a 2080, and then pop a sticker on, and then sell it for the 2080 prices. That happens a lot. Buyer beware. Yeah, I was hoping we could find a AGP to PCI adapter.
Yeah.
But you can get PCI to PCI adapters, and by PCI I mean PCI to PCI Express.
Yeah, but that's no good because I need to plug an AGP video card in to flash it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that these things must exist because the others exist. You know,
they do exist. I've seen a screenshot, but it was somebody made them themselves. But it doesn't appear to be a commercial product, unfortunately.
Yeah, and also
Have you tried
it won't be a
StarTech.com?
straight-through adapter because they are different buses. It's not just going to be like pin to pin. It's going to need some chips on it.
PCI is pin to pin, isn't it? Yeah.
Apparently,
that's probably why PCI is
it's-
still compatible.
Well, apparently, it's basically pin to pin. It's not very
Really?
complicated. But, I mean,
No, it's going to need some chips on it.
well, only if
Yeah,
this guy made
and
the
mainly
chips
it's involved with
There's some voltagey bits and bobs, yeah, but it's
It mainly like a SATA adapter to Molex adapter,
Yeah.
but that's no big deal.
Let's just say
And
it's
is the AGP adapter blue normally?
No.
It's not going to be a passive adapter, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
well,
it's going to need some powering as well. I mean, for example, right, the
hold on.
PCI to PCI.
You're all saying statements, right? I did link one earlier, and you're talking shit. Right, I'll link the picture again. If you
Why
like.
has it got no circuitry on it at all? Is it just traces?
Well, it's got 3 little, I don't know, whatchamacallits on there.
Oh yeah, integrated circuits. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hemoglobins.
But
Those, yeah.
again, you're all missing the point, which is it's simple enough for this bloke to have put together, basically. So it's not that complicated. It can be done.
How hard can it be?
Well,
Yeah, and all I said was it's not just going to be straight through passive pin to pin.
No,
And it's
but-
not, that's all.
yeah, but it's not
You
much
will need it.
more than that.
I just
I
imagine it
didn't
would
say it
have.
was much more than that. This is a silly argument.
Yes.
Well, I think it'll need a dedicated supply external to the AGP socket or adapter, like the PCI one I use does. Just so you've got sort of the 12 volts and the 5 volts coming through from,
No,
a
it'll
store.
get the power from the PCI bus, and the AGP card won't need an external power supply.
Yeah, but the adapter card, mate,
No,
might.
yeah, it doesn't actually. Oh wow, the old days.
Oh.
But yeah, hopefully we do have an AGP motherboard. I did basically nailed to a board at the arcade. But we just spent quite a long time trying to get any of the bits of software. Like the weird thing is, GPU Z, it will download the BIOS fine, no problems. Click download, done. But it won't put the BIOS back on. I have to use this NVIDIA tool that's horrible.
Well, does does that do any writing? I thought it was a read-only tool.
Yeah, but I don't understand why you have a tool that downloads the BIOS. Like, I'm not sure why that's any use without the ability to write it.
I suppose just a convenience thing, is it? Just because it works out what you need and then downloads it for you.
Well, maybe. But I was a bit surprised it could do one way but not the other. So you can't download it for safekeeping and then flash it back with the same tool.
Writing is a bit more risky, isn't it? Perhaps they don't want to dabble in it.
But why give me the option to download it in the first place? Just
To say convenience.
to what? Because the
To get
flash...
the right BIOS. Is that what you're saying? It helps you download the right BIOS file?
No, it will dump the BIOS of the card to a file.
Oh, right.
But it won't flash
Right,
the
right.
BIOS.
Yeah, well, it's just because reading's safer than writing.
Why bother put the but it's a totally useless function without the rights. I don't know why they even bothered to implement it. But they had a good reason. Maybe they actually did implement the right and then didn't dare give it to the public. That's also a possible.
Well, yeah, if people are dealing in BIOSes all the time, then it's not useless to everyone, is it?
Yeah, well, but the flash tool, which doesn't work, does have the ability. Well, it doesn't work for us, does for everybody else, but has the ability to download the BIOS as well. So it was just a bit of an odd thing having half the functionality in another tool, that then requires another tool which has all the functionality in it. Unfortunately,
What, made by the same people?
no.
Made by the...
But the GPU Z one, I mean, that means if I just use GPU Z, I end up with a file that is a copy of my BIOS, and that's of zero use without another tool. Unfortunately, but
it's useful if you want to clone your card.
well, you
There
can't.
was a big trade in that for
well,
Macs a few years ago.
Well, not without another tool. It's not because I can't then write that to another video card. Because GPU Z doesn't do that. So I then need another tool, and that other tool definitely has the ability to download the BIOS to your to a file. Unfortunately, we're not in the realms of widely supported, commonly used tools here, so. And I don't know why Windows won't install. It just installs, starts to install, and then stops. And then just rolls back, going, nope, not installing Windows 7 on this computer. But it doesn't say why. So we stuck an extra
I
gig
thought
of...
you had
Or it's like an extra gig of
I thought you had a
RAM.
cabinet recently that was being fussy about the serial number of the graphics card, and you were trying to
Yes.
flash that a while ago.
Adam?
Yeah. Exactly the same thing. Yeah. What?
It looks like they have PCI to AGP adapters, and they have
Who? Who's
sorry,
they?
PCIe. Generally, like I'm looking on eBay, you can get PCI Express to PCI adapters, and then PCI to AGP adapters.
Really?
So
Can
yeah,
you link me a PCI to AGP adapter?
I did see
You
one
reckon we need
earlier.
a funny case to put it in to drive that though.
PCI
They'll
to
both be
AGP.
half-height cards. You'll be out of space before you can put both
Sorry.
cards in.
Okay, so
It's not in a case.
yeah. What the fuck?
Does it matter? Well, no, I thought it might have like a standard
No.
mounting socket, which would be a massive problem for you.
No, hold on. Let me.
No, it's just the motherboard's on a desk.
Yeah,
So I do the
Max,
flash.
look in the. Oh, come on, Windows. Stop messing around. Yeah, look in the Discord. Height is really not an issue. This is not a computer. This is a test rig.
Oh, jolly good. Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds like it might fly. The adapter to adapter.
Because that means we could plug in the the AGP video card into a more modern computer.
As a secondary board, potentially as well.
Well-
Not as a primary, as a secondary or something.
Maybe. I mean, I could use the onboard as actual video, and then actually, does that have onboard VGA? I have I think. Why not? Really?
Let's just duck out for a minute. Back in, mate.
Yes, I just noticed that motherboard has a VGA socket. So possibly we could have used the VGA socket and then disable the motherboard, the AGP one. Maybe. Hopefully at some point we get it to work and then we don't have to ever worry about it again. We'll just have this computer that will run Windows 7 or Windows XP or whatever for the next 20 years.
I'm still looking, but I definitely saw one.
Uh-huh.
It was a PCI. It was a dual PCI adapter to dual PCI and AGP like adapter. Maybe I can just go back in my history and find it through.
Yeah, sure it's not a riser card because there's lots of those.
Yeah, it was a riser, but it was a double PCI to double PCI and AGP.
That would be mad and brilliant, and I don't know why that would even exist, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but was that it? Yeah, that one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that it like that?
Oh, I did find that earlier, but I was on my phone. Is that right?
I mean, I don't know if it's going to work or not.
So that's an AGP socket at the top. That's the dark one.
Yeah, the brown one.
Brown one.
Ow, wow.
But does that plug into AGP or PCI?
No, yeah, it plugs into PCI. So it's two PCI to two PCI and AGP.
That's PCI or PCIe.
It says two 32-bit and one AGP 2U riser card. What the fuck that is?
2 units.
What's RPC 3? What's RPC 312?
I think that's right. I think you just have to use two, because Max did have a point. I think you use two PCIe sockets just for power. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I'm confused now. No, that's just a riser card for... No, never mind. That's just a riser card. No, that's not an adapter.
Yeah, but a riser.
No. It's just a riser card. Nothing else. If you look closely,
are they two different? No.
yes. If you look closely, like hover the mouse over the second image, see the arrows, and that's when you realise that's not a shadow. There's an AGP socket, AGP card, and next to it a PCI card, and next to it a PCI one, and it gives you. Vertical
yeah, I'm
access
with you.
to
I'm
that.
with you. I'm with you.
Damn, yeah, because I saw that one earlier, and I did discount it, but I couldn't remember why.
Okay. In which case, what about this one? Oh my god, the links.
That's
It's Pro Riser, but
I don't know what the fuck that is.
yeah. PCI X something. It's made in Taiwan, so there's that.
No, that connects into an AGP Pro socket on the motherboard. No, I think that's the same thing again. I think that's another riser. But only because I have one thing it plugs into.
Just buy an old PC.
Yeah, exactly. It's got one thing it plugs
we
into.
have an old PC. It doesn't work. We just get.
Well, I wanted works then.
Well, okay, but that's kind of the plan. Starting with the ones from home, but we're just getting very, very unhelpful errors. That's the problem.
I mean, why are you trying to flash this card anyway?
Because otherwise, because the video card in the arcade machine no longer works. It has died. So we have bought a equivalent card, same generation, a slight boost, but nothing important. And we now need to make it look exactly like the card the arcade machine is expecting because it checks. Sega will sell them, but it's about 400 quid. We're like,
How's about new?
It's a 6800 GT, just for reference.
I had one of those.
Yeah, I've got
Actually,
one.
wait a minute. I was going to say I might have one.
Yeah, I think I've got one as well.
Yeah. You didn't add
I
music, I said.
I don't know, tournament on that.
Why is this windmill not spinning? Yeah, believe me, if I could find a way of doing this, I wouldn't. I don't know how that makes sense. If I could find a way of not flashing a video card, I would, but there doesn't appear we have any option. But next week I'll be taking in my I've got 2 old Project Games rigs. I believe one runs XP, one might run 7, might both be XP actually. And I'm sure they're both AGP. Then I took Christian out for a ride in my car and he giggled almost the whole time.
Who?
One of the techs at the arcade. He's got a Nissan Leaf.
Oh.
Which, to be fair, does give quite a good jolt from 0 to 5. Like I've got to give it that.
It's kind of the general ballpark like speed that those cars will be going, though, right?
No, lovely little things in Nissan Leaf. But yeah, I still need to do a bit more research. I'm at the EV meet this weekend, so I will have a chat about my potential plan if instead of buying a house battery, buying a Nissan Leaf, leaving it in the drive.
This map is large.
That's what she said.
How did it get so dirty? What happened?
That's what she
Tsunami?
said.
I do like, well, maybe a volcanic eruption. That's the only complaint, is the dirt is extremely even. Everywhere is dirty. Apart from the outside of the fence.
Yeah, it was a very targeted attack by the weather.
In all directions. Oh, maybe it was
Yeah, so I'll go around cleaning random bits, then it'll be uneven.
Great.
You're welcome.
I haven't even looked around the
Welcome back.
course yet. Welcome back. Oh my god. Wait, how many holes is this course? At least it's linear. You've got to give that marks for that. Wait, why did someone start at the end? Don't do that. How many holes are there?
St Andrews had 22, just for your information.
Sorry, what?
St Andrews golf course had 22.
Really? I thought
4 of them fell into the sea.
I thought golf courses always
When
had
did you-
18.
Have you been there, Max?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I have. Okay.
Any good?
We stayed at that. Well, I don't play golf there. We stayed at the hotel.
Yeah, he doesn't have the clothes for it. Wait, but
Yeah, one of
Special golfing
Amelia's
clothes.
friends got married in the
Right.
church in St Andrews.
But
Go on.
can I just write? Golf has either 9 holes for a small course, or 18 for
18.
a big course, or 19, the last one is the pub. Well, how's it got 22?
Started with 22. Don't know how.
Well, it's like a
Who
golf
dates
course.
that?
That's like a golf course, and then another half a golf course after it.
Well, another quarter.
Or 4.
Math is not his.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
4 more holes is slightly less than half of 9. Yeah, I meant half a 9
Okay.
course hole. Sorry, half a little course.
Half a little horse.
Of course. You know that most horses have quite a lot more than 1 horsepower.
Yeah. Well, is it African or Eurasian horses?
You mean swallows?
Said most.
Oh my God, that's the part.
Yeah, but you said Eurasian, so you've. What the fuck? African or
Isn't that
Eurasian swallow?
Isn't that one of the? Is that African?
No, it was the
African or
70s. We didn't say Eurasian back then. Eurasia was a pop band. But yeah, they say European swallow in the film. Yeah, I watched that the weekend with my mum. It's aged quite well.
I need to have a look at it again.
I love that film.
And they have so much Monty Python on there, but they have a whole bunch of stuff I've never seen. So there was a short-lived Monty Python and the Flying Circus German version where they all spoke German that they had more or less memorized by rote, with a whole bunch of new skits and stuff that I've never seen. And it's all on Netflix. Like, so much Python on Netflix. And that's when you realise that a lot of Python stuff was very miss. They had a lot of great sketches and a lot of great bits, but an awful lot of surreal, off the wall, not particularly funny stuff.
No, comedy's subjective.
Abstract. Yeah. Well, something's hit, something's missed. You know, it's like most things.
Yeah.
You know, who knew that certain games were going to be popular until the populace went, "Oh, this is great!" You know, they didn't know. You don't know typically if you're writing a hit until it's
Yeah.
hit
I mean,
the public.
Well, we all wish we'd made Flappy Bird.
yeah.
African or
We all made
European
Flappy
swallow.
Bird after
That's the
someone invented it.
Yeah, I could have done that, but I didn't. Yeah.
African
Exactly,
or
yes.
European swallow.
Yeah, say not Eurasian.
No, you're right. Eurasian.
I
didn't say
watched. I
Eurasian,
literally
to be
watched it
fair.
a week ago. I better remember the lines from the film.
Better English.
It's annoying when you've made games way more complex than Flappy Bird, and then someone comes and makes so much money that they ask to stop having so much money, please, and remove themselves from the internet because they can't deal. That was the most frustrating bit. So I'd be like, "What are you doing? Take the money."
Take the money and give it
Or-
all to charity.
or someone else.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Give it to your mum. I'm sure his mum went, "You did what?"
Yeah.
Stupid boy.
Wasn't he like just a young teenager from, I want to say India or Taiwan or something like that?
Thailand, I think, something. Yeah, it was, or Philippines. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And
Eurasia.
Yeah, Eurasia.
Asia, you're right.
Eurythmics.
You make me feel. No, that's not it, is it?
What?
That's Jimmy Somerville. Sorry, getting confused.
I've lost my train of thought after Max's caterwauling now.
Why is it not doggerwalling?
Was it what?
Why is there no doggerwalling?
Because it's a mini golf course and they don't have any rules.
I think it's because dogs tend not to sit on your fence at night, screaming at each other the way that cats do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
dogs
true.
don't dogs don't dog I don't think
Caterwaul.
caterwauling. How do you think caterwauling is spelled?
Does it sound?
Who just said, why don't you have doggerwalling?
Me.
Max.
Yeah, and then you said
Not dogging.
something to do with walls.
Ask him then.
Yeah, but your response was to do with walls.
No, it wasn't. It was cats sitting on fences.
Okay.
You made a link there that was not intended.
Oh, I thought you said wall.
Unintended.
Yeah, not intended.
Like unmovable. It's an invalid word.
Can people caterwaul, or is it only cats?
I said not intended.
Yes. Oh, I think I'd prefer you said unintended.
One intended.
To make a shroud or a
It's
howling
completely
wave
fair to say
like
that
that
was
of the
not.
cat.
It's completely fair to say that was not intended.
Yeah, I know. I have a pet peeve
Much
about
clearer,
people
Steve.
using.
That was a double
Yeah.
negative. Though.
English.
No, it was a double negative.
Yeah, but that's not allowed.
Is it not allowed?
No, that's not allowed.
Is it not disallowed? Yeah,
Not intended isn't a double negative.
Not unintended. Which is
it is
also fine.
It wasn't not unintended. Actually, in variable names, you'll never split
I didn't
negative
say
and
not
variable
unintended.
names.
I said not intended.
I'm sorry. I've opened a can of worms here.
Well,
now
you've unopened a closed can of worms.
yeah. Now, Max, if you have an apostrophe in the double negative, does it change the meaning?
That's where you put it.
Oh, matron.
In variable names, you should never have a negative variable name. So you never have a variable.
Yeah, just use a fucking exclamation mark.
It should always be positive. Your variable it should be active, not inactive.
It's a variable. Why are you feeling so negative?
Since I find myself making negative variable names, and I invariably end up knotting it everywhere. And I go, no, I'm just gonna change it to a positive variable name.
I always leave everything positive just to stop my brain from hurting as much.
They're not the same. Not intended is not the same as unintended.
Right, no, we've moved on now.
No, come on.
No, because it's been niggling at me. Like, why is it annoying me? It's because they're not.
What's the difference?
Like,
I don't
an
know.
unintended thing is something that has happened. Well, let me explain. An unintended thing is something that has happened and was not intended. Whereas you could talk about something theoretically not intended. Like, it's not intended to be yellow.
Yeah, but
you wouldn't say it's unintended to be yellow.
Not intended.
You'd say that thing that happened was
that
thing that happened was unintended. You wouldn't say
unintended consequences.
I intentionally hit that cyclist, etc. Yes, I understand.
No, I didn't. I did not intentionally hit the cyclist.
Where's the apostrophe in that?
The cyclist's is helmet.
The
cyclistism.
The cyclist says his injuries. Yes.
Yeah. The cyclist is.
Yeah, so I downloaded Vampire Survivors, by the way, and it's absolutely brilliant. I wish it didn't look shit. I wish it was multiplayer. It's really well balanced.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to get it on my iPhone, but all I could find was bad clones.
Yeah, well, I've been playing a bad clone of it with some really nice graphics, and this came out on Game Pass, and I went, oh, this is a lot better. But
I also played the Leaf Blower game for a couple of hours, and I saw all the upgrades, and I was like, yeah, it's a massive time sink. I can see that.
No, so I've spent, I don't think I've ever spent a couple of hours in it. It's very much a log off and come back with your accumulated rewards.
Yeah, I mean, in total,
All right. Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, I could see I could spend hours more in this, or I could uninstall it and pretend I did. So I did that.
I was like, you...
I needed the...
Oh, no, I've done a terrible
You're not using drive space.
Why don't you just stream it?
That's where I was trying to hark back to the ancient days of double space.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, right.
I remember when Stacker came out, we all immediately pirated it. It was expensive, like 20 quid or something.
RAM
Students,
doubler.
man. Students. They've got freaking money for that.
I was a school child, absolutely.
I remember. I'm talking about the one that came with DOS, by the way. DOS 6.
That was
Drive space, I thought.
Drive Space. Yeah, but Stacker was a lot better than Drive Space, and would even
Didn't hear of it. That's the problem.
It would even convert your drive from Drive Space to Stacker.
Wow.
But I used to recompress my hard drive every night. I don't think about the wear cycles on it, but yeah, absolutely.
You were so cool back then.
I was. But I used to like fall asleep to the sound of my hard drive defragging and recompressing.
Wow. I was always concerned about the electric bill.
Well, I didn't pay the electric bill, so didn't worry. Also, electricity was about 1 pence a kilowatt back then, probably, so whatever. Back in the good old days.
I was saying this a while ago. I realised that I remember when petrol went over the £1 per litre, and everyone was like absolutely
Insane.
crazed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Remember
now
going
it's
over
like,
50
it's gone over
litre.
£2.
I remember
So
the first time I saw it more than 50p a litre, and that was aghast at that.
Yeah, but you're old.
so when it went over £1 a litre, I remember I was working at Airtel, and that's when we blockaded all of the oil refineries were all blockaded by the protesters to try and get the price back down, which eventually came back down when whatever excuse the oil companies used to put it up went off. And the net upshot of this was they've made it illegal to blockade refineries in this country, and that's the only upshot we've had of this, quite literally. So there are service stations in the UK where the diesel is 1.99.9. They haven't quite dared put it up.
Gouged it.
But
They're not quite brave enough.
they're
No one
like-
wants to make news
Well,
that in
they're-
their city or their place it's gone over £2.
Well, they're all like, oh, this is outside of our control, bloody fucking blah. It's like, no, you don't have to put it up by more at the service stations where you gouge people. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
Well, the thing that makes me laugh is how the government were just like, here you go, have 5 pence per litre off, and they're all like the fuel companies are like, cool, we'll just pocket that.
5
difference
pence
then.
a p profit, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so it's like everything. When the EV home charger grant came in, I don't know, it was 250 quid or whatever it was, loads basically just slapped their price up by 250 quid. Because of course they did. Because that's what people will do. And then the government took the grant off of EV motorbikes with no warning at all. So Zero said if you buy a bike in the next month, we'll knock 1,500 quid off the price. Like, we'll cover this. Because the government didn't give us any warning as one of the only 2 manufacturers of electric motorbikes in the UK. They didn't tell them. Good old UK government. This is why I don't believe conspiracy theories about the UK government, because they're not fucking competent enough.
Honestly, they're not. Yeah.
They're incompetent.
No, they're not competent.
They're not competent. Wait.
They're incompetent enough.
They are extremely incompetent.
Enough.
At least they've kept gun controls.
Yeah, I know.
I'd
The
love
best thing you can say about them.
Didn't we ever? Was there a time when we didn't? I guess there must have been.
Yeah, blimey. 20 years, you could buy... It was after the school shooting in 94. The government, UK government, yeah, fuck this. And since then we've had... hold on, let me count. Oh yeah, 0 school shootings.
You can count.
since then.
I'm going to say you can count. I can count this on 0 hands.
Yeah. It's like Australia after Port Arthur, I think. They went, yeah, we're banning all the guns. Done. And everyone went, no,
Well-
all right then.
Ted Cruz says America is the freest and safest country on earth.
Well, he's wrong on every metric. I wish Twitter would just go, would just mark things up as this is factually incorrect, and then just done.
We
Yeah,
checked on
just-
Google, and the computer says no.
Just do that.
Yeah, well, it could be done. Certainly for people who have that many followers.
But is that going to make more profits? Getting rid of arguments?
You couldn't say it's factually incorrect as a statement. You might be able to say this fact is, state questionable or something like that, or something
They
that's
do
not
that, don't they?
proven or something.
They did that for some. Yeah, they did that for some political things, I think.
Yes.
They did a lot of They always do a lot of fact checking these days because the amount of bullshit they've been peddled in this country is absolutely insane.
Let me
We
see.
live in a post-truth world. I've given up trying to hope that everyone can be corrected. You just have to accept that there's going to be two perspectives on almost anything you can possibly think
Well,
of.
there are three kinds of truth for software. So.
Well, so the USA is the 17th freest country in the world. Not number one, it's number 17. Like,
We've got like the most incarcerated people per capita as well.
Yep. Not the most gun deaths though per capita. I think Hawaii somehow still takes that particular crown by some insane amount.
That's ridiculous. That whole. I mean, I've never. Why? Why Hawaii?
Well, I don't know, because I thought that people in Hawaii were basically all stoners who sat around and just listened to reggae, but apparently not.
To be honest, maybe it's self-inflicted, accidental self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Is reggae big in Hawaii then?
I don't know.
It's reggae. What? Sorry.
What do they listen in Hawaii?
Okay.
Hawaiian music. Yeah, of course reggae's big in Hawaii. What are you talking about?
You think?
Yes, I absolutely 100% think, having moved in ragga jungle circles for 20 years, and almost all of the slang terms they use, bomber clot, for example, is a corruption of blood clot, which is a reference to the clots during a lady's menstrual period, which is a Jamaican thing. So yes, absolutely, reggae's big in Jamaica.
What's that got to do with Hawaii?
I may have said Hawaii earlier when I meant Jamaica.
Right.
Jamaica.
Was
Not
wondering.
Hawaii. Not Hawaii. Jamaica.
So which is the one with the gun problem? Jamaica, right?
Jamaica, yes. Hawaii is probably lovely.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's less surprising.
That is.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
it's still
there you go.
surprising, because I thought they all got stoned and listened to reggae, but apparently not.
No, it makes sense.
Does it? Which part?
The guns
Not make
and
sense.
But
getting
why?
stoned to reggae
Yeah, but why did they then murder each other?
because they don't have enough Hawaiian music to chill them out.
Oh, that's
Murder.
Like it's the wrong island.
What's that film again now? God damn it.
Hot Fuzz. What makes you think?
Like Rachel again.
What makes you
Murder.
think it was murder? Because I was fucking there. So, the Bahamas has a horrific gun rate as well. Worst in the world is El Salvador, then Venezuela, Guatemala, Colombia, Brazil, Bahamas. But why? I thought the Bahamas was a nice place. Got a nice beach.
It's just a tax haven, I think.
I suppose one of the main problems or one of the difficulties with even though a lot of Americans would like, at the very least, background checks universally, the issue
I think they do,
seems to
though,
be
don't
the
they?
Constitution.
Yeah, so the thing about that, the Second Amendment, is the word amendment. It's not written in stone, it's an amendment.
But it's one that people are fond of.
Yeah, but,
Well, they're fond of their interpretation of it anyway.
yeah. Because you have the right to bear arms unless you're a convicted felon. So they've already got things that say except. Like, you're allowed to bear arms unless you don't have a good reason to.
The problem is the law. People don't give a shit about the law if they're just going to grab a gun and start shooting people.
But anyway, it's not just the right to bear arms, full stop, is it? That's just the first half of the statement.
Something well-armed militia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max, bear in mind that nearly all of the guns used in mass shootings are perfectly legal. Like, not all.
They own it and it's their gun.
Or the gun was certainly
They've got their
purchased
Walmart
legally.
receipt.
But they've certainly purchased
Walmart
legally.
receipt.
And in virtually every school shooting, it's been the AR-15.
Which is what?
I thought actually that handguns were used as well. I think in school shootings it's usually ARs, I think, but in most like shootings in America, I think it's pistols.
Yeah, Armalite rifle is
It's
a
not the latest stats on that
semi-automatic.
because they have more mass shootings than days in the calendar. So
Yes, they have more deaths per year caused by toddlers than days of the year. So on average, a toddler somewhere shoots someone in the US more than once a day. Not the same toddler. That would be weird.
well, we should find them.
Stop him before he kills again.
We've got him, boys.
Like, as a 5-year-old or something, you're not going to have the wherewithal to work out that your brother's done something, you're very angry at them, but maybe shooting them with daddy's gun, it's going to have extremely permanent consequences.
Lifelong consequences, yeah.
Because children are idiots.
If the mum's going,
Put him down. He's demanding a toy helicopter.
Timmy, hold this. Play with this toy. Point it at Daddy. Pull the trigger. Good boy. No, not what they're doing.
Well,
Mummy told
I
me.
used to play with toy guns and cat pistols,
Yeah, cat pistols are great.
but I would never have given my kids one.
Would you have shot
Double
a seagull
standards.
with a gun if you had one?
If I had a seagull,
fucking mad.
no, I'd keep it in a cage and feed it every day.
A seagull?
If you had,
Well,
if
you
you
said-
I didn't call him George.
He said, would I shoot a seagull if I had one? No, I wouldn't.
No, if you had a gun, would you shoot a seagull?
No, so I don't have a seagull.
What? That's not what I said. If I said, if you had a gun, would you shoot a seagull?
Yeah, but he has a gun in this
I've got a
situation.
seagull.
Not a seagull, so he can't shoot one.
Yeah, if all I've got is a gun. Oh,
If you had a gun...
you want to know? Okay.
And there were seagulls
And the
nearby.
seagull. Yeah.
Not if you had a seagull.
No.
I'm not...
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even step on a fly that was crawling across my floor.
Right, but what about a
would.
seagull?
Filthy bastards.
Wouldn't step on a seagull, mate.
I mean, I had one the other day. It was dead already then.
Oh, is it
If I stepped on a seagull, it'd probably swallow my leg. They're massive.
Yeah, neighbours keep feeding the bloody things as well.
For what?
Seagulls.
They're feeding seagulls
see
to
it.
seagulls, that's alright.
No, no, they're feeding
see it.
seagulls.
Your neighbour in a seaside town is feeding seagulls.
Yes.
Does he feed the fucking rats as well?
No.
Tell your neighbour I hate him right now. Go on.
Okay.
Knock on the door. Excuse me. My mate hates
My
me.
friend Adams.
Knock on the door. Knock on the door. Give him your headset.
What the fuck are you doing?
Excuse me, you feed seagulls. I fucking hate you.
My friend demands you stop. Cease and desist.
Max,
If I see a
walk
spider or
over
a
to
fly,
him, start
or
crying,
just let them know.
like fake crying, and then just hand him the headset and tell him to put it on.
Please. My boy, he's sick. I'm a little bit disappointed there's no actual golf balls on this particular level. Oh, I've got little, like, texels half clipped through the floor. They're quite hard to clean.
Anyone's not played Bioshock, by the way. The Bioshock collection is free on Epic.
Does the multiplayer still work?
I didn't know there was multiplayer.
Bioshock 2 had multiplayer.
I don't know.
I've cleaned the dragon.
Euphemism.
It is not. It's actual dragon. Actually been cleaned. Wait, I've just noticed in this particular golf course. Actually, can you guys come and look at this dragon a second? Because I'm not happy. I'm not.
Are you sure that's not a euphemism?
What's the matter?
Well, where does
my
the ball
dragon.
The
go?
hole
In?
is
Where does the ball go in?
I'm still not
his
convinced
arse.
this isn't a
No,
euphemism.
no,
his
that's
mouth.
not how golf works. It goes in its mouth, and then where does the ball come out?
Yes.
Out his
Somewhere
arse.
that is at the bottom.
No,
Some of
it's,
it is,
well,
it's
it's
not at the
tail.
bottom, is it?
As a whole, yes,
Bottom would be below
that's
its
what an
tail,
arse
isn't it?
is.
What?
It comes out his arse.
Comes out of his back.
Yeah.
Like, its bum would be below its tail.
I'm going to complain. Where's the manager?
I would. He's not here, busy cleaning.
Would you prefer that the golf ball went in its arse?
We all know the answer for him is yes.
For the dragon. I mean, I'm not going to judge what the dragon wants. Dragons do what they like. That's how the dragons work.
Oh,
So anyway,
no.
why don't you use a so Malcolm, did you say there's some bot you can add to Discord that lets you do events and put them in calendars and stuff? Because
I did.
you
It's
did
called
that.
Apollo.
Yeah, so having run a Warcraft raiding guild for years, I like calendared events because then you can see all the people who said they would turn up but didn't.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Adam,
doesn't
it's very
affect the number.
it's possible.
Doesn't affect the number of people that turn up. Just lets you know how many people said they were going to come.
No, but the thing is, what you can do on that is basically have it recurring events, things like that as well, but also outputs to a Google Calendar. And apparently, one thing they're working on is the ability that it can give. Well, it gives you reminders currently, so it can ping people and say, "Hey, you've signed up for this thing. It's going on today." So that's one thing it can do, just to remind people that you've got like however long until the next gameplay. But also,
I'll give you some legal advice.
yeah.
But if you do that and Jay still asks what we're playing, you are allowed to kill him.
Oh, okay, thank you. I mean, to be fair, there isn't a judge in the land that will convict me of that, I don't think.
No, but Adam, I've said this before. If you give me the rights to do so, I will set it up and do it and test it.
What do we want me to click on?
Click on the ability to give me a role to give me a specific, created like an events channel.
I'm just going to make you a bot. There you go. You're a bot now.
Cool, and then make me a bot, and I will do it.
Well, you're a bot, which I think means you get most things. Why does it need to be another channel?
It doesn't need to be, but I think it should be, right? So we put it in a channel specifically for events that it pings people on, or that people can then look at for events, like notifications.
Or mute it, I suppose, if they don't want it.
Yeah.
Do not DM people instead.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's just there are. I think there's channels where people can. I wasn't sure which one it does. I'll check it though.
Well, you volunteered for it, so you work it out.
Yeah. I don't mind if I've got the right privileges to do so.
Well, you're a bot now.
And we test it. Thanks.
The bots tend to have most privileges, but you're also a special color.
I think they have the privileges to make more bots.
Hello.
But
I, for one, welcome our bot overlords.
just type beep boop, and nothing else from now on. Is me coming going to help us clean the golf course?
I will have a look later because I'm currently playing Destiny 2 and I've got to go out in a bit.
Gotta go
Did you
out.
see Malcolm's awesome
I've
golf
got to pick
shot?
from the train station. Where the fuck do I go? Oh. What? No.
Malcolm, I posted your golf shot in the channel as you asked.
I saw it, but there's no Eminem Around the Outside music soundtrack.
No, but that was afterwards when we celebrated. I think we were singing Whitney Houston at that point.
Yeah.
Why is the fourth hole flooring not clean? Hey.
Esmond didn't answer your question.
I think she said she's coming.
All right.
That was actually just ran PowerWash Simulator as I said that. I guess we haven't had any crashes since Jay's not here. Coincidence? Probably.
Not.
Probably is.
Esme, are you there? Hello?
He said yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Well, I have a question for you when you're ready, so let me know when you're ready to receive the question.
Oh, ask me.
No, it needs to be an American.
Okay, but I'm an American, or I can pretend for the sake of the question.
I've heard you pretending to be an
Go on.
American before. Why do Americans like killing each other with guns?
Guns don't kill people, people do.
Rappers.
Do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fuck's sake. What's the next line, Adam? Habba
Because
dabba
they're
dee
raised
woo
on
woo
the
woo.
whole stories of cowboys conquering the West. It's so dumb.
I agree with that bit, but also quite sad.
To be fair, not all of them do. Some of them don't. Hashtag not all Americans.
Yeah, I was saying when I was a kid, I used to pretend to be a cowboy and had a cap gun and went around pretending to shoot things, but I didn't then mow down 20 school kids when I turned 18.
So I don't know anything about this, by the way. Was it an 18-year-old that did that? Because they've now... I don't know if they did it before or as a result, but they've now authorised the carry... Like, teachers, etc. can now carry guns in schools. But I don't know if that's just Texas. I
I thought they did that a while ago, right?
No.
I thought they're actually asking them to be trained.
This is a new change.
Right, so people hear the numbers and they go, "Oh, how many were killed?" and they do thoughts and prayers and gloss over that bit. But what's really sad is when you think about the actual logistics of getting in there afterwards to clear up and identify the victims and tell the parents. And reportedly, they're so badly injured that they couldn't be easily identified. E.g., you can imagine from their heads that were destroyed. And also, kids don't have ID on them or name badges in a school. So they had to take DNA from all the bodies in order to do
Well,
DNA
parents would
testing.
recognise the clothes.
Well,
Yeah, but you don't show
Yeah, but all
don't
the
show
clothes are
them-
red.
You don't show the murder scene to the parents. That's the thing. You don't go, right, come into the classroom and pick out
Come have
your
a look
child.
at it, Timmy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him, we think.
have
So
you
they have to take DNA from all the parents.
Have you seen that link? It's been doing the rounds, by the way. Someone has replied to all of the senators' thoughts and prayers tweets with how much the NRA has donated to them. So, Senator Marshall Blackburn said, "I'm horrified and heartbroken to learn of the significant loss of life in the shooting of Texas. Please join me in lifting their loved ones in prayer. Thank you to the local first responders working on the scene." He's responded, "NRA donations, 1.3 million. Average gun deaths in state per year, 1,100. And there's just...
Yeah, anyway, it's something else.
Bye bye.
Yes, okay, at least I know how to...
You did that.
Are you alt tabbing out of the game?
No. Well, sort of, but that's not why I did it. I was in game while it happened. Anyway, the server's back up now.
You did it, it says. Hosted it.
Server.
They're greater good.
But yeah,
Very good.
the NRA is unfortunately very powerful, and in the US they legalized bribes as long as they're called lobbies, and as long as you tell people how much you're bribing them, it's perfectly legal, which I think is amazing. Not necessarily in a good way, but amazing nonetheless. For anyone who thinks I'm exaggerating, that's literally how it works.
Esme, you know these things, is that correct?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Blood Rose just got up.
They don't call, in the US, they've legalized bribes, and they just call them donations. As long as you
Is she very...
don't
Yes, that
hide
is
them.
absolutely correct.
The difference is you cannot hide your donations or make it look like something else. But they don't. They just donate like shit tons of money. Like seeing how
Does
much.
Blood Rose get up very noisily then? Let's call that conversation.
But yeah, there's lots of senators, and you can see them like very, very anti-renewables, very pro-coal, pro-oil, and then you see how much Shell is paying them to be very pro-oil. It's horrible.
That's business.
Well, and you see the difference is in the UK, we don't know how much they're getting paid. We just find out that they are they've got shares in it or whatever.
And shell companies.
Yeah.
Offshore
Shellfish,
yeah.
if you ask me.
And shell suits.
No, I haven't checked the news today, but I did have a chat with my mum, who says, "Oh, good," because she does read the Daily Mail. Oh, good. Boris Johnson, there wasn't a party after all. Glad that's all over. Is that the summation?
No.
Or is that just what the date? Because the Daily Mail has been so weirdly anti-Partygate. It's fucking odd. And apparently the Express has been very, very, very pro-Partygate. It's like they just had a little meeting down the coffee shop and decided which half of the news readership they were going to try and capture. But apparently Boris Johnson said, "Don't worry, I'm only going to get one fine," quite some weeks ago. And people have been going, "And how did he know that then?"
Well, it's not just that. Have you seen the there's the picture of him with his basically holding a drink or something like that next to a load of holding a bottle of wine or something? I forgot what it is now.
I did see the picture came out the other day with him basically holding a drink, but someone's pointed out he wasn't there at that party because he lives obviously above where the party was happening. It was a party. So he was, because he had his case, he was probably just passing through, drink, yeah, well done, fuck off to Labour or whoever, whatever you're doing.
Right, but he's in charge of those people. He could have stopped them having a party, and he didn't.
Yes. That is.
He's their boss. He could say, "Stop this! You're breaking the rules that we made. Disperse."
Yes. No, I completely
He
agree.
didn't. He said, "Well done, everyone. Cheers."
But Mum latched Mum latched on to the point that I've seen other people make, going, "Oh, it's cost us £460,000, and we've only issued £12,000 of fines." And I'm like, we don't police to make profit, thank fuck, because there are places in the US that do that, and that's when you end up with, local sheriffs get the speeding tickets, those sort of horrible situations. But we don't have that over here.
Although we do seize people's cars and then later he's seen
No, our
driving them.
speed traps are a fucking problem.
So we seize cars, and
I later seen driving them.
does that happen? Is that allowed?
Yeah, it's all transparent and audited, though. Cars are expensive.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, because, say, for example, with the Tesla, like, it's quite hard to take the car off me forcibly. Like, with the Impreza, you can just take the keys and the V5C away. But with the Tesla, you'd have to de-link my phone from it. And I think you can ask Tesla to do it all you like, and they'll be like, "We're not doing that, only the owner can do that."
You'll see it on Twitter occasionally, police forces going, here's our new car all done up in Battenberg. It's seized from a drug dealer last month.
Yes. Zebra, yes, I've heard about that. There was a guy that... Did he get shot? So a guy pulled this up, so where the red lights are shorter than the legal minimum, and they've got red light cameras on them. And the guy was pointing them out, and then he was opening up the traffic lights to show the timings. But I vaguely recall he got shot or something. Or arrested, or I'd have to look it up. There's definitely some fascinating story there.
Does anyone use the new aiming mode where you waggle the... Oh, I asked you that before. Yeah, you said it'd be nice if it panned across.
Yeah, if it did a mixture of movements, so if I left it there, it panned back to the middle, it'd be quite nice. But as it is, it's nice on the mouse. And it's good on the mouse, but it just does not really work on the joypad.
Yeah.
But on the mouse, that's really nice.
Oh.
But yeah, if this had VR, it would just be the best, and I hope it gets it. They do ship it with the DLL, so Vorpex, now you've got the independent aiming mode, Vorpex should not be...
Awful.
not be particularly different. Mr. Tinty, but I mean, I don't think you need to be an engineer to time how long a stoplight lasts. I mean, I'm an engineer, and I don't have a college degree. That's the definition of it. I'm not a royal engineer, that's different again. Was that their argument? You're not an engineer, therefore you're breaking the law by telling everyone about our stoplights. Because to be fair, in the UK, though we get speed cameras and they're annoying as fuck, you can only put safety cameras up where there have been accidents. And all the accidents are on record. You can always look up what incident incidents cause the safety cameras to go up. They're not because people drive too fast. Because there's a bit near me called the Mad Mile, and it's a bit of dual carriageway, and people absolutely cane it down there. It's brilliant. No speed cameras, and if we were just purely putting them to make revenue, we'd have one there. I learned this in my speed awareness course, where I got sent because I didn't realise the bit of road I was on was a 40 instead of 60.
He says.
Well, I didn't, or I wouldn't have been doing 60 on it. You don't understand, Malcolm. You're young. You don't understand how fun roads were 10 or 20 years ago, and you could do what you liked on them. Yes.
Fair enough.
I've taken my Impreza up to the red line on British motorways. There's no
Your road
way
safety course,
to do it now.
you have to sort of participate and
Yes, there is.
answer questions and stuff.
I contend there is, Adam.
Sorry, there's what?
Well, we're taking your car to the red line
What, on a British
on
road?
roads legally.
On a road in the UK?
Yeah. You're forgetting it has a gearbox, aren't you?
On the red line in fifth. Red line top, not first.
Yeah, red line in any gear.
Yeah, but you're not
Doesn't
very
have to be.
I took it. When one says I took it all the way to the red line, they're rarely talking about first, unless they've really misunderstood the.
Yeah, you do it on the driveway.
Just a neutral.
And I red line
So on your awareness course, did you have to sort of actively participate and show that you were paying attention and answer questions and stuff?
Sort of. You weren't allowed to use your phone, and you weren't allowed to be disruptive. But I sat on a table with I was the only white person on my table. All of the rest of the gentlemen were of ethnic persuasions, and all turned out to be taxi drivers. One of them, and I said, they were talking back and forwards. Two of them. I said, "Excuse me." I said, "I'm just curious, what language are you speaking?" And he goes, I'm gonna get it wrong, but like one of them only spoke one language, and one of them only spoke another language, but they both spoke a little bit of Punjabi, so they were going back and forwards in a sort of a intermediary language. And I was like, "Oh," I said, "Okay." And he goes, "Well, because this guy, the older gentleman, doesn't speak any English. Doesn't speak any English at all."
Yeah.
So the speed awareness course for that man was, yeah. But we had
Eat
questions.
toffee and biscuits.
Well, it was a legal requirement as well. Well, unless you got points in your license. But yeah, so we had to like write down what speed limit we thought different roads were. And the guy was writing things down like 37. Like just writing it up because he could see everybody else writing numbers. It just boggled my mind. Like, yeah.
Was he closest?
No. But yeah, obviously he took away nothing from this course whatsoever.
Apart from you've done it.
That he'd done it, yeah. Well, he did. Well, he didn't take anything away from it. He didn't learn anything. I learned quite a lot. I also learned that the UK government, the guy was telling me that cars have got heavier and therefore they don't actually stop in a shorter distance than they used to. And I was like, I can't be bothered to argue, but that's bollocks. Like, they have got heavier, sure, but brakes have got a lot better, and tyres have got a lot better. And I've driven here today in 1,000 kilo Impreza, so yeah.
Yeah, but I imagine that awareness course is supposed to make people think about driving more carefully, and therefore everything they say is going to be
Weighted.
tailored towards weighted. Yeah.
Yes.
They're not going to say anything to give you an impression that it's okay to go faster or look less.
Yeah, I actually had the emergency stop kick in on the Impreza for the first time today. In the Tesla. A guy in front of me came to a very rapid halt in front of me, and by the time I got my foot onto the brake pedal, it was already fully depressed, which was quite impressive. Wow. Like, it was quick. It was really quick. It works out we were about to have a collision, and it was quicker than me, and I was paying attention. So, full marks there. Guy behind me gave me a look.
I had CSMG neatly pull in behind a vehicle that was in front of us on a suburban road, and the guy in front just decided to pull over and stop on the WO lines, and our car just sort of tucked in nicely and stopped behind it. So it was great.
Mm-hmm. But what was that? Sorry, what car?
That's the MG. What's it called? It's called Autopilot or something like that. I forget what they call their system, but I just have that on all the time. Yeah,
Rob says he's had that. He's had the car come around the corner, find a bunch of parked cars, and then just park up behind one of them, thinking it's a traffic queue. Like, no, please don't do that. Keep driving, silly car.
Yeah, it's not looking at the. Well, I said it's not looking at the sat nav. To be fair, we don't use the onboard sat nav. We use CarPlay, but it's looking at things like your indicators and road positioning.
Yeah, honestly, the sooner I can get the car to self-drive, the sooner I'm going to be doing a lot more long journeys while I nap.
As soon as you're going to be sitting in the car at a parked around the corner of your house.
Well, no, I want to say we're not quite there yet. Yeah, I go to sleep at the car at night, I wake up and I've made it 200 yards and it's stopped.
There's still some really bad traffic. I mean, surely it must have like some sort of tie into whether there's bad traffic in the area. But
yeah, but in this case, the Tesla system is very good at moment-to-moment decisions, but doesn't have very good big-picture decisions. Like the new one coming, the new FSE stack, which is this month, and they've been saying that for a while now, that is different. It has much better big picture. So it'll understand this is a queue of traffic in front of a traffic light. It'll understand those sort of things. But my one is a little bit monkey see, monkey do. Oh, there's a car, panic, or park behind it, or complain that it's in the road, rather than sort of understanding it.
Or a sort of understanding.
Yeah. So, but the next one is very good. There's lots and lots and lots of videos of it from people in the beta test. And even more. The current one's impressive, but this is even better. So does the MGS use the Intel system by any chance? I think a lot of the ones without their own do. Or Mobile Eye.
No, I think it's their own one. What are Tesla doing about left hand and right hand drive? Is it just a software toggle, or do they take account of different UK road rules and signs? How different is it?
Yeah, so I'm not really sure because I don't know. I don't know what training data they feed it. So it doesn't.
Right, because we have different junctions that they don't have, and vice versa.
Yes. So yeah, I think it's going to be a while before we get it. So I know for a fact that Tesla does not understand box junctions in any way, shape, or form. It has no concept of a box junction at all.
Most drivers don't.
It's well, true, but it just doesn't. I don't know where they have them in the States. It also doesn't understand the speed bumps. It kind of knows about them now, but will just plough over the speed bump at 60 miles an hour quite happily without a care in the world.
Right, and also, like, a Tesla on full auto will obey the rules religiously, like stopping at stop signs and things that humans don't do as well, which you're just going to have to accept that as a driver of an autonomous or passenger in an autonomous vehicle. It will stop at stop signs. There's no one around.
To be fair, if it's a stop sign, you probably should stop because usually that means this is a really nasty junction. Yeah.
Yeah, legally you have to.
That's to err on the side of caution, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, again, that's one of the things that was.
Well, it can't break the law. It can't possibly be designed to break the law.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I can't. I mean, there's only stop signs.
What I'm saying, Max, is it will follow all the rules, even the ones that people consider silly.
Yes.
Quite safely.
Yes, there aren't.
Like presumably you can't speed, or can you?
Yeah. Even better that I tell the car what percentage it's allowed to speed. So I told it's allowed to speed by 7%, which means I'm going to get away safely under the 10% rule. So that amused me. But I have to.
Yeah, there isn't actually a 10% rule, but I know what you're talking about.
Well, cameras are set at least 10% over, like 10% or higher.
But your cars, that's to allow for your car's intolerance, not the cameras in miscalibration.
Yeah, but if you're doing 77, you're fine. If you're doing 78, you might not be. I think most of them are set up in the low 80s, though. So it's normally 81, 82.
Yeah, but how do you know your car hasn't got a 10% error?
Because speedos on cars have to over-report, never under-report. I think you can over-report by up to 10%, but must never under-report at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if a speed camera dinged everyone that went over whatever it is, 50.00, then
Well,
absolute tons of.
Yeah, to be fair, people probably stop speeding quite quickly as well.
People stop what?
They probably stop speeding quite quickly as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had several people in my day, like, because I've got Waze, it shouts me, there's the speed camera under this gantry. I just kind of assume all gantries have got speed cameras, but I've had people trying to show off to the Impreza and belt past me under a gantry and get flashed, like, quite a few times.
There's a road on my commute, there's a 40 limit, and halfway along it, it's got a camera, and every day, there's going to be at least one person in front of you who sees the markings and thinks, "Oh shit!" and drops to 30.
Yeah, I believe in the UK, all speed cameras should have the speed limit of that area on the back of them. So it's clear.
Right, because if you're going to paint it yellow, you might as well put the speed on it as well.
Yeah, because I mean that's why I got into trouble because I saw a speed camera. And I thought it was a 60. I was doing 56, and it turned out to be a 40. But I slammed on managed to get the car a little bit sideways. There's no ABS in the Scooby, so the picture of me would have been me at a funny angle with a big plume of smoke. But I managed to get it down to 43 before the flash went off. Because I was like, oh shit, this isn't a 60. Suddenly crossed my mind I wasn't in a 60 zone. But yeah, I believe there's also an awful lot of people who do slow down for speed cameras and get rear-ended, and quite a lot of accidents happen because people are busy staring at their speed, not at the road.
So what made you realise it wasn't a 60?
There was a speed camera there. I was like,
Yeah, but
"Wah!"
you just said that you were just saying that speed cameras should have the speed limit on them.
That would be nice, yes. They should do. So in this particular bit of road, you come out of a 30 zone into a 40 zone and then around a 270-degree corner down onto a dual carriageway, then under a tunnel, and then at the end of the tunnel, just as you come out of it, is a speed camera. So basically, I put my foot down in the tunnel going, wee, what a glorious noise in this tunnel. And then came out the tunnel and went, oh shit, it's not 60.
Yeah. Well, hopefully there were signs, but you missed them as well.
There may be, but that's a bit of road where I wasn't... You concentrate quite a lot because it's a nasty bit of road. So it's a 270-degree corner where you're looking, and then you merge with faster-moving traffic because you've obviously just done a big 3/4 of a circle. Oh my god, when
So there's a road here that goes south between Medway and Maidstone. Long dual carriageway, and there's about half of it is a 50 limit, and it's got quite often has a van parked over the top of it, dinging people. And but the thing is, the 50 limit is on every single post, so they're about every 15 or 20 meters. It says little 50 repeater signs, and people still speed down it because there's no fixed camera, so they just think.
There's one near me. It's where it goes from single carriageway to dual carriageway, and it's people seem to assume it's 14. Please keep banging people there as well. Not with a come with a speed gun or something, but you know, so there's where
Well, they haven't got a leg
dual
to
carriageway,
stand
you know.
on because they've not got a leg to stand on because they're going past the little 50 sign every second.
Yeah, well, this is still a 30 zone, but still, you know, it's a 30 zone unless it says otherwise. You know, I thought that was the rule.
If it
One of the
now
rules,
flat
anyway.
out,
Well, no, it's 30 in built up areas.
Yeah, it's right in front of a school. Well, not in front of a school, but it's beside a school on a main road. You know, dual carriageway both sides, but it's
Yeah.
not 40. The 40 is
Outside.
the previous roundabout.
Outside schools is risky. You want to get out of there as quickly as possible. Just get past the school as quick as you can to reduce the risk.
there's an area near me where it's a 20 because there's a school, and it just pisses me off when I go past there at like 7 o'clock on a Sunday evening going, I'm pretty sure there's no kids in that school right now.
Oh, is it not one of those flashing it to like double yellow?
They're so
beacons?
rare. Yeah, no, it's just a 20 zone.
Well, they have a 20 zone which is only active when the orange lights are flashing.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm all for that, but that's not one of these, and they're
Brighton has it all over the place, and it does my blooming heads in. But to help me, I use the cruise control
Did you say
or
it does
the
your- did you say it
limiter.
does your tits in? Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's pretty horrible.
Inverted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You gotta watch out. That's a sign of breast cancer.
So, Zebra, you don't need to. A lot of insurance policies in the UK are now called what they call telematics, and they come with a little black box that measures your speed, acceleration, braking, cornering,
G-forces.
the G-forces, all of that stuff.
You're a good streamer. You'd read out what people have written before you answer it.
Everyone watching the stream knows what Zebra said. Ah,
I'm not watching the stream.
exactly. That's my point. Also, bear in mind though, earlier I said I took a friend of mine out in the Tesla and I turned on track mode, so it gives you a G-force meter. When you boot it from the lights, it pulls 0.95 G. I dread to think what a telematics system would do to my telematics rating if I did that.
What's left to clean? 99%.
Just to get
Exit steps.
just little bits and pieces. And it comes with a list of the last 3 items if you get everything
Yeah, we've still got quite a lot of things.
just like nearly clean, but not quite.
Yeah. Castle Keep Corbels or Corbels. I'm not really sure. Now, what's a corbel?
Corbels, not corbels. 6-hole target. I'll be right next to Max then.
Got it?
So what's a corbel?
How's it spelled?
Oh, as it sounds. Q R
Define.
Glen
CAW.
CORBEL. I don't know what it is.
A corbel is a structural piece of stone, wood. Oh, actually, we've had this question before, or maybe
Yeah,
not
there
here.
were corbels on a different level, but I don't remember what it was.
It's a structural piece of stone, wood, or metal jutting from a wall to carry a superincumbent weight, a type of bracket. A corbel is a solid piece of material in the wall, whereas a console is a piece applied to the structure.
I mean, you can just say you don't know. That's all right. Won't judge you.
Oh well.
Zebra, there are a lot
Go down on my submission.
there are a lot of high performance cars already that come with 2 keys. If you use one key, you get limited power, and if you use the red key, you get all the power. Dodge Hellcat is one of them. The Tesla is slightly more advanced than that, and it has... I can set the performance ratings in the app. My motorbike's got that as well. I can set the torque and the power and the regen and maximum speed and all sorts of fun little parameters. So that already exists. If you're buying a fast enough vehicle. I just wish the Tesla had a third power mode, so I've got chill and sport, and I just kind of want a middle one. Or a chill until I put my foot down all the way and then it's sport mode.
Oh, that's the thing. There was an advert for LV on telly this afternoon, this evening.
Oh yeah.
And they were saying they, if your EV ran out of power, they'd come and get you and take you to the nearest EV charging station.
It's a fairly safe thing to say.
Well, it's about damn time too.
Yeah. Well, it's a fairly well, no, lots of places do that, and it's a fairly safe thing to offer because it almost never happens. So it's a safe thing to offer.
It's kind of trying to offset the range anxiety thing, isn't it?
It's a thing they're offering for people who don't yet have EVs. And the closest I've come has been 7 miles indicated, and I probably had another 20 miles of hidden reserve.
Well, that mean you actually did an extra 13 miles and got home?
I could have probably done another 25 plus miles. And if you're more than 25 miles from a charger at 1% charge, you're the only person that's screwed up there.
Elon!
Right? I mean, there's a massive caveat, but assuming that the chargers work, there is no such thing as range anxiety.
And there's enough of them.
Well, no, there's enough of them. There's chargers everywhere. That's not the issue. The issue is if they work.
Not what you said when you came down here. You said, "Oh, I'm like a black spot."
Well, yeah. Now you're a black spot for Tesla chargers, but I can always use those peasant chargers. But the issue there is, as I said, if they work. And my experience with the public charging network has been, why is this so awful, so absolutely awful?
Looks like the Twitter sale's not really happening.
Well, that's because Elon went, how many are bots? And then Twitter went, hold on, we'll ban them all. Like, what? There was one guy...
No, well, he didn't say how. He didn't really say how many are bots. He said your self-reporting says that 5% are bots, so prove it. And they went, just a minute.
Yeah, and then they banned a shit ton of bots. There's one influencer, quite famously, he had 50,000 followers. Now he has 800. And he didn't realise that all of the mutual follows that he's been doing over the years were all bots. It's like, oh my dear sweet summer child.
Well, Castle Keep basement wall.
This wall is apparently dirty, but I can't see why.
Central stairway.
Quite big.
Stairway. Central stairway wall.
Oh, the arrow was also dirty. How are the arrows dirty? Ah, there we go. Ta-da! At least you don't have to ping and wait for a sound effect like in VCD.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts that this isn't playable because it could be a working golf course.
That'd be funny actually. The ball's making it all messy, and the people walking around tramping the dirt around.
Just hose the people down. I'll teach them.
Like the whole ramp still
Oh
dirty.
gosh. Yeah. That's an annoying. Oh wow, that really is annoying. There's a gap just in there that's dirty.
Third hole, small border. Windmill, isn't it?
No, there aren't any balls. I'm afraid there's a gnome, but that's it. I'm struggling on the 7th hole border, by the way. Just what I did in the toilet level, just keep washing it.
Got him.
On 7th hole border.
Second hole, sign.
Help me with my 7th hole border. Like, I'm assuming they have tested it. I mean, I'm assuming all the levels are definitely doable. There was a bit just down there. That's all gone
I
now.
think that's it. No, I don't.
Seventh hole border. I think one of the problems with this game.
Found it!
Where?
Here. If I spray where it isn't.
Do it then.
Okay, well it's right this little line here, look.
Oh yeah, on the inside. Good spot. Oh, there's a bet. Castle keep battlement wall. Oh yeah.
Literal stairway wall. Oh, no, it was bloody. It's on your hands and knees.
Alright, that's how you get a good clean. So I said one problem with this game is you're never going to get a highlight reel.
Caught your arrows. One.
Oh, did I miss a courtyard arrow? I'm sorry, I just did those.
3 of them.
Well, yeah, but did I miss one?
Yes.
Did I miss 3?
2, I think. I've just done 2. I'm not sure if that's all of them. Yeah, they're all clean now. Courtyard floor.
This wall here, this massive wall, has dirt apparently, but I can't find it. I can't see anything. Ah, wait, there's a little teeny tiny bit there. Well, I suppose this game doesn't have decent filtering. It uses bilinear filtering for some weird reason. Which is odd. Like, video cards haven't had a performance hit on anisotropic for about a decade. That annoys me so much.
There's a tiny bit in the central stairway wall. Can't find it. definitely this wall here. Ah, there we go. Great.
Topic filtering. So I've got to be careful about doing these things on because when I'm developing stuff, obviously end up forcing it on there.
Golf ball return bucket. Is that going to be near the start?
Well, I'm still stuck on this castle battlement wall, you know.
Also keep back. Yeah, I'm looking at that one as well. That's the whole bloody all the way around, isn't it?
No, it's only on the outside. The inside's a different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's entire outside. Land it down.
Oh, yes. Okay, I see it now. I didn't realise it was. Oh, I've got the corbel. So I didn't realise it was one massive one. I thought it was just a section. Incidentally, this has taken 3.5 of us, about 2 hours. We've done cave coins 0 out of 4.
Gateway wall.
Oh yeah, so I have. How am I supposed to do the underside of the coin?
You did it.
I've done 1. There's 4. I failed to do any of the coins.
What about cave coins?
They're coins in the cave. Hey!
Oh. Gateway wall.
Gateway.
Cave stepping stone.
Yeah, you said about it being linear. When I play walkabout mini golf, I like to use smooth locomotion and actually walk between the holes. Much more immersive than teleporting around.
Yeah, I teleport between them. I teleport, I don't warp.
Yeah.
I don't like warping.
I prefer walking.
Surely you can't walk the entire distance for walk and then sort of reset and then walk and then reset.
I think he means. He means locomote, not
glide.
walk. He means locomoting.
Yeah, no, walk. As in using the walk control in the game to just.
Oh right. Oh okay.
Or that little steps and things that they walkways that they make from. I mean, you can walk. If I played in the garden, I could probably walk a lot of them. Just have to reset occasionally.
It's me. I didn't realise that you disconnected. Why don't you just disconnect and reconnect? That looks like it's broken. Well, we're about done now. Gateway wall.
I think I paid actually.
Gateway.
Sorry, I was in the other room. What?
I just saw you did
It's
disconnect. Oh, found it.
It's the gateway to the courtyard. Oh, I found it.
I found it.
No.
Then why is it still dirty?
Because I was telling you it's the gateway to the courtyard. Replay the tape.
Aha! But you didn't find the dirty bit. And the central stairway protruding brick. Our final piece.
It's a central stairway.
Yeah, the central stairway, the protruding brick. Keep up. Not the
These castle keep stairs.
Yeah, these are the castle keep exits.
Not those ones.
Central stairway.
Castle keep stairs.
At least they've given them semi-good names. I guess
these
these
ones.
are the central stairs here. Central stairway. Protruding brick. Was that stupid game you were playing last night worth playing then? Do you reckon, Sai and Sai?
Okay.
Escape room
What were we
simulator.
playing? Yes, it's alright. I think 3 people is almost too many though. 2 people would be optimal.
Yeah, I was going to say, does that suffer from... Okay, we have to do 6 puzzles, and then we all do them in 5 minutes flat.
It's just a bit too chaotic with 3, I'd say.
I'm saying where protruding brick is.
Yeah, I don't see anything. It's also confusing because they're not made of brick. It looks like wooden planks. So we're looking for a... Oh, here we go. There's one. There's another. There are these things here. There's one. There's another one.
I was watching those.
Here we go. It's this one. Yeah, it's just the
Do
other
it.
one. I'm doing it. And action replay. Oh, you've ruined it by starting at the beginning. Should have started at the... It's a shame it's recording the pings in the flash, though. I'd also like the option to tick a box marked high quality time lapse. It's about 5 times longer. Awesome. I'm afraid that's the whole game completed again. Well, we'll just have to wait for the next or the final expansion pack. Not expansion pack, the final early access launch.
Maybe they should do Steam Workshop.
That would be nice, but it's difficult with a Unity game. Like, it's difficult to make levels with Unity, and the system for authoring the dirt. I know how it's done. I wouldn't like to try and extricate that thing out of Unity to other people. Did you all pick up the gnome, by the way?
No.
There's a gnome, you can pick it up, but it's not network synced for reasons of we don't know why. Oh, sad times. That's the end of the game. I'm going to go and play Vampire Survivors because quite frankly, I love it, and I might tweak the. I was working on a game, but I couldn't work out the gameplay part of it, just the rendering. So I might actually do A twixt B. And Malcolm doesn't want to be a bot.
Wow, there's a $5,000 Prime Vista Pro pressure washer.
Yes, I mean, you can now repeat stuff for money, so money is now not a worry. Beforehand, there was a chance that you wouldn't be able to get enough money. But they fixed that.
Vampire Survivors is £2.09 and it has back version.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what. I will play it now. I'll leave the stream running. I really like it. I don't know if it's one of those. I just wish it didn't look complete and total arse, because it does.
Overwhelmingly positive reviews, though. So
Yeah, no, it's well, it's free on Game Pass, so Xbox.
Game Pass isn't free, so
Are you not?
I'll get this version.
Do you not have Game Pass?
No, I don't.
This is like half of
I
my.
get it
Alan
periodically.
doesn't have Game Pass.
This is like half
I
of
get
my
it from
Game
time to
Pass.
time. I just don't get it all the time.
Yeah, I just recently unlocked Pugnalia, but that's half my money. But I have been enjoying Papilla. Some of those I'm playing going, I really wish this was multiplayer. That man appears to have old testicles as his special skill. And I need to get to level 60 on Dairy Plant to unlock the last area. But it's quite good. It's a 0-stick shooter or a 1-stick shooter. Because you don't aim your bullets and they just fire automatically. With various rules. Music's a bit louder than I thought.
You said that's on Game Pass?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. It just signed up. It's a huge mobile game. This is like one of the big ones. This is the new Angry Birds. This is if it's not a merge game, it's a Vampire Survivors clone.
Android only?
Not as far as I don't know. No clue.
It's not on iOS.
Is it not on iOS? Oh, okay.
Only clones.
I did play a clone and I quite enjoyed it, and then I played this going, it's really good. Like, it's very well balanced. It's really, really well balanced. Great monster design, great wave design, interesting power-ups. It looks like a bag of wank. And obviously not multiplayer. Oh, where's the vampire on this level? Oh, Oh, okay. Interesting. But yeah, I was looking at doing a Space Harrier clone, and I couldn't quite work out what the game was. Like I've written a lot of the game, but then I was like the progression system of this and the roguelike aspect with the leveling is excellent. And it gets completely mad when you play. If you have a good run and you get up to that level 60 or 70, it has that thing I like in my games where it's utter madness. It's just so many mobs all over the screen, and they're all dying very, very quickly, and that makes me happy. It's like playing Borderlands on an easy difficulty. So yeah, we don't have a plan for tomorrow because the slow runner patch isn't out yet. So if anyone has any great suggestions, let me know. Or we could do a bunch of multiplayer sneaky spaceships testing because I have continued to work on it.
Diablo Immortal mobile game only.
No. Definitely coming out on PC.
Are we preloading? Are we getting excited?
Oh, is it available?
Preload, yeah.
Oh. When's that out then?
Very soon.
Tell me.
They're saying 2nd of June.
2nd of June. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Let me stick that on the schedule then. Totes.
Thursday next.
June 2nd. Yeah, because that's the free-to-play mobile game, shall we say. But again, anyone who slags off mobile games hasn't played very many mobile games. But a lot of them look fantastic. They are really, really good. And the ones that do well are not the, say, Skinner boxes. They are well-designed games that balance out the money they make versus gameplay. And if anyone can do a game right, it's Blizzard. So I have every faith it's going to be not shit. I'm hoping it's going to be basically an arcadey version of Diablo 3. Diablo. And we'll see. Oh shit, that's a lot of broccoli. I'm not doing very well here. I've barely leveled.
Oh, no, 181 megabits download speed. Very nice, thank you very much.
Wow, that's good.
It's burst though. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but it's burst.
Well, I could do 981 megabits burst, over an hour. I'll have peaked at 981 megabits if you just include 1 second's worth.
I wonder what it's doing there. It's sort of going, whoop, have a chunk. Nothing. Have a chunk. Okay, great. For about, I don't know, 5-10 seconds, then dropping off again. It's what Blizzard, it must be what Blizzard's serving up, I guess.
Possibly. I mean, you may.
Nothing else is bottlenecked.
You'll be able to write it. You might struggle to decompress at those speeds, though.
Maybe. Let me just chuck this in chat quickly. What the fuck's going on there?
Yeah, that'll be a buffer filling up. So your internet is outrunning your I/O or your decompression or your virus scanner or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do intend to get an NVMe for my desks at some point, but I found so much trouble trying to find an NVMe PCIe adapter that was NVMe 4.0. Was it PCI 4? PCI 4. So I just might upgrade the rig quicker.
Yes, I will. I do plan to get a new computer this year.
Oh, of course. The SATA disk he's writing to is only a SATA 3 disk. Duh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be why.
It's very rare that your internet outruns your computer, though.
Yeah.
And it won't for long. I mean, I guess the game's a couple of gigs in size, so...
It's 24.
24, yeah. That's a Tadbump joining us. I hope it's 8-player. But I don't think about it, so I'm happy to go blind into it. Because it is free to play, so you can't complain there. And I like Diablo-style games. They're some of my favourite. I love procedural loot, so yeah, we'll see. It
I'm
was.
really struggling to find any of the real. They did the primal loot thing, which is basically the top roll of that item.
Yeah.
All the stats are the max stat, but trying to get one of those is just like really, really rare.
Yeah.
And it being something you want, bloody hell.
Yeah, you've got to just keep rolling the dice on sort of end game Diablo
Yes.
thing. It's not very fun at that point.
No.
But that is the nature of it. That's the thing. If you get twinked, you just run into the end game repeated grind quicker, unfortunately.
Yes. But it is fun then when you step down to the like Torment 16 and just like wipe the floor with everything that comes near you.
Yeah.
And I was trying to make sure I've got the right build for my class. You know, it's just great. I think I got to. I don't know how I think you said it's 255, wasn't it? Level 255
I
is
think
how
it's
high it
255,
goes.
yeah.
I can't get past I think 110 my current build. I need some better rolls on my gear.
I've got so much garlic, I'm killing all the mobs that come near me.
And what I'm getting from this is I should probably clamp my download speed.
Well, I mean, your download speed's kind of clamping itself, though.
Yes.
I'm surprised it doesn't buffer it. I mean, I'm assuming you've got at least 16, probably 32 gigs of RAM. You could buffer the
Yes.
whole thing. Just
Whole thing to RAM.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you need to make sure it writes, but that's the
Yeah.
job of the launcher. I know those green ones have got more health. Right, now I've improved my garlic. I guess I like this game because it kind of looks like a game would have looked on the 16-bit console era, but much better. And a lot of the sort of the indie games, sort of the retro-looking games, they piss me off because they look shit. And people back in the day would have done every trick they can to make the game look as good as they possibly could. Not, oh, it looks retro. Yeah, it doesn't look shit. Even back in the Spectrum days, games would get slagged off if they had too much colour clash and stuff. Oops. Wait, am I on the wrong level? I totally am. Oh well. Oh no, I've got to get to level 60 on this. Currently at 10. I don't usually like roguelikes either, but this is... There we go. We did play Realm of the Mad God, didn't we? But I don't think we played it for very much. Because that's a little bit similar. So it's an MMO twin stick shooter, but you're people rather than spaceships. Now, for some reason, instead of holy water, I've got Santa water. And I assume it was supposed to say Satan water? Not that that makes any sense, why I'm throwing Satan water at vampires. But it makes more sense than Santa water, which makes no sense at all. Oh, there's a lot of bad guys on my screen now.
Goddamn Santa water.
If I don't understand, is it a typo? And if so, why did you have Satan water? That makes no sense.
I'm watching a stream now, but I can't see with the Santa water.
Oh, that's the little blue blobs that you see on the upgrade, but it goes, you know, upgrade your Santa water. Like,
Really well stylized, that.
Oh, I really like it. I say, it doesn't look as good as I would hope, but it's really... Oops. See, that's you distracted me. Oh, there was Santa water. But yeah, I need to I need to have a good deep run, and I'm failing. And to get to level 60 on the dairy plant. Yeah, I did have a look. There's a lot of stuff on Game Pass. Like lots of. I do check it quite regularly on the Xbox. There's an awful lot of stuff on there that's PC only, and I don't do a very good job of keeping up because this isn't on the Xbox. Should I go with a pentagram build or a Bible build? Yeah, I've got the King Bible, which I assume means King James Bible, not the King Bible. But I have a funny feeling this is written by an Italian developer. I suspect a lot of stuff just isn't translated very well. The first minute, these things can just run into my garlic, and I will just absorb their experience. Right.
Oh god, it's the Gorn.
Constant Gorn.
Right, I'm gonna go and play some Diablo, I think so.
Alright,
I shall
cool.
catch you chaps tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm very curious about the SnowRunner racing, by the way. I suspect they're not faster vehicles,
Are you?
they? I am.
I think it's racing against the time, against the clock, basically. I think that's probably what it is. But like, it doesn't really. That side of things doesn't really interest me too much.
No, I mean, well, the thing
It's
is,
the 30th, and you don't have it, do you?
well, I
You don't have the
get it.
season pass.
But driving quickly in SnowRunner
Try
doesn't
it
work.
on mine.
Like the physics don't work, and I'm curious what their plan is. To work out what I'm going to do tomorrow, because I might actually put together a trailer for the unnamed game that's like SnowRunner in the future. I've got most of the
Trailer?
Trailer. I've got a lot of the shots I need, or at least I've got the ability to do the shots. But it actually looks quite good. I just copied the Spin Tires trailer, like literally shot for shot copied it because it's appallingly bad, and everyone got very excited about a really poor looking trailer.
What happened to the cleaning the mini golf course, by the way? I had to go and pick up Amelia, and then I came back and you guys were.
Took like 2 hours. Took ages.
But you did it.
Yeah, we did it. Of course we did.
Yeah.
But welcome back.
Yeah, I just came back. So I watched the trailer, and it says it
Diablo Immortal.
for Diablo Immortal.
Oh.
Yeah, and it says it's cross-play between
It is,
mobile
yeah.
and PC. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
cool. That's cool.
Do you not have a phone?
I do, but I don't use it for playing games.
Well, I didn't
too.
until this week.
But not as.
That's not true, Esme. You had a phone. You just have a new phone this week.
Right. Does no one get the
No,
reference?
I didn't have a smartphone.
No.
According
Don't
to
you have a phone?
So
I've
when Blizzard announced it, there was a big backlash, and one of the people quite unfortunately said, "Do you guys not have phones?"
yeah.
And everyone went, "We want Diablo 4," and then they went, "It's a different dev team, you fucking muppets." They didn't phrase it like that, but that was the gist of what they were saying.
Yeah.
Cool, because I've got a phone.
No, because I remember the trouble I had with Diablo when it first came out. I had a problem with the graphics card.
You
So I
didn't
had to
have a
go inbuilt. No, I had inbuilt. No, Diablo 3. And I was relying on inbuilt graphics. They were awful, but
On-board
onboard graphics, yeah.
Oh god, I remember I had problems with Diablo 2. That I had to install Windows 2000 to get the game to run.
Yeah.
My goodness me, was Windows 2000 good?
I liked the Windows. I did like Windows 2000 too.
Yeah, that's because Windows
I don't
2000.
really use Windows 2000. I just skipped it.
Really?
And 95 to XP.
Oh, because XP was Windows 2000. So you had Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows ME, and then
I thought
XP.
98,
2000 was
sorry.
just NT4.
Yeah, 2000 was Windows NT, and then XP was Windows NT. But Windows 98 and Windows ME were based on the Windows 95 stack. But essentially, Windows 2000 was so stable, they then used that as their main operating system going forwards. But yeah, I had to upgrade it because I was on Windows 98. I think I upgraded to SE and it was even less stable. And then I put Windows 2000 on there and my computer never crashed ever again. Oh, shoot. Yeah, what gets me out of this game is the spawning of the mobs is absolutely fantastic. The way the waves generate, they're really fun, really interesting, really well balanced.
Yeah, okay, the treasure chest is really neat.
Oh yeah, it's cool when you get a legendary treasure chest and the music keeps going for a bit longer. But yeah, why is this not
I'm gonna go
multiplayer?
some blade games now. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, if this was multiplayer, like Realm of the Mad God, but not so.
It does just look like Realm of the Mad God, like.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, well, it does. So,
I think they've added to, but there's quite a few games that are similar-esque to that. So there's a couple of.
Welcome
There's
back,
like a couple of old Realm.
Wrong buttons there. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I can't remember. Bye, Max.
There was a Realm of the Mad God in the future game, but it flopped, so they cancelled it. But that was by the same people.
There's a game that's really going to annoy me. I can't remember what it's called. Basically, it's similar to that way. Basically, you have like a dungeon. You have to see how high you can get in the dungeon, and you get skills and level up, etc. But then you basically the quest for what?
The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot.
It seems similar, but it's a good, I can't remember. It's a good game.
Yeah, that was a good one.
What? Family Guy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. That's a Family Guy game.
No, Mighty Quest for Epic Loot was a Ubisoft game.
Find it.
Unless I'm thinking I've got the name wrong, but which is possible. I think I have. Yes. I don't know if increasing my luck stat increases the type of chest I'll get, though. Brr.
I need to see games that me and someone else have, because I remember the person I played this game with, but I can't remember the game's name.
Describe it.
There's dungeons in it, and you get loot.
Top-down dungeons. I think they argue it's like a
Hammer Quest, Hammerfall, Hammerfall.
Yeah, I searched
Hammerwatch.
Hammerwatch. Heroes of Hammerwatch.
Hammerwatch, yes.
Heroes of Hammerwatch.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Heroes of Hammerwatch is single player, but Hammerwatch was multiplayer, and everyone went, "What the fuck?" So the sequel wasn't multiplayer.
No, Heroes of Hammerwatch is multiplayer.
Only if they've added it.
No, it was always Heroes of Hammerwatch was always multiplayer, which is one of the reasons why I bought it. I don't buy single player games
because you got no friends.
I ain't got no friends. Double negative. Ain't got no.
Hold on.
Yeah, Heroes of Hammerwatch is exactly the kind of game that you'd want to play.
No, I don't like it because it takes hours to progress. No, Heroes of Hammerwatch doesn't have local multiplayer. That's it.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah, because you got no friends, as we've already established.
I ain't got no friends.
Yeah, so Hammerwatch, my issue was you got like all the way to the boss, died, then there's no progression at all, and then it's like
there is.
Try again, do better. Yeah, but I didn't play Heroes of Hammerwatch because it doesn't have local multiplayer because I've got friends that come around and
Heroes
touch
of
me.
Hammer. Heroes of Hammerwatch, I think it has like skills and abilities and stuff like that, but I don't think it. Like, I think the items and stuff that you pick up.
As long as each run I do is much more likely for me to go slightly deeper, and I'm happy.
Yeah, that's the reason why I played it, because I was like, I like going slightly deeper each time.
Do you remember how many players it supports?
Well, I remember.
Oh, that's new. I've not seen one of them before. Shit.
I don't remember off the top of my head how many players it supports, but I will check. I've got the Steam page open. Up to 3 friends, so 4 of you.
Ah, I have more than 3 friends.
Yeah, well, V Rising doesn't have that limit. You can have 40 players playing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not buying it when it's not on sale.
Why?
Why? Because it sold 1 million copies. I'll put it on sale soon.
They've done exceptionally well on that.
I made like 20 million quid then.
I think there was like one bug that I've seen in the game, and they've already patched it.
Well, I really need to level up and some decent weapons. Oh. Just trying to smash my Bibles into these Minotaurs because they're really tough.
Sorry, say that again out loud.
I'm trying to smash my Bibles into these Minotaurs because they're really
I
tough.
could hear you smiling when you said that.
I've never seen that mob before, and I don't know if I can actually kill it. Welcome back, Max. Joke.
It's very good.
Thank you, it's nice.
It's nice.
Are you going to play Diablo Immortal with us, by the way?
Oh yeah, of course. It's free, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely play. I'll definitely play any Diablo game. I'm much happier the fact that it is on PC because I was otherwise. I mean, I play those games with a mouse and keyboard, so playing it on a console or would have been left to me.
I've got a touchscreen.
You do. I remember you have a touch screen. I remember exactly where it used to. I remember exactly what it used to be in your old house.
Yeah, like playing a game
on the corner on the end.
Playing a game on a
opposite the kitchen door.
Is so difficult because you have to raise your arms all the way across. Because obviously on my computer, it's not sorted. It's going to try and get Slave Rift tracks, I think, in about 10 seconds.
What did you say?
You heard me.
I didn't because I've got music playing. What did you say?
It is about to try and get Slave Rift tracks to the game in about 10 seconds.
Oh well, no, because I needed to test it works, and so far it's failed in 3 different ways, and now it won't stream without Discord restarting, which is weird.
That is odd.
Yeah, misbehaving.
So many active bosses and I can't kill any of them right now. Well, it's a shit weapon, but it does pierce.
It works if I don't do it full screen, which is pretty lame, but...
Can you not do it, like, maximised rather than full screen? You just got teeny tiny
yeah,
bollocks.
I mean... it's streaming now, I think.
Teeny tiny bollocks!
I'm scared. What was this?
Game mode selection, write a riff, pick a riff.
Game mode selection.
Oh, I like the text. No, it's a shame that it's not at a sensible angle. Do I have to install an app or something?
No, you just go to rifftracks.games.
Website.
Can you hear the audio, by the way?
A website?
That's not going to work. That's not going to work then.
Well, make a noise.
It's playing music. How do I make audio stream? Yeah, this isn't going to work if you can't hear it, is it?
I might have muted you, which is fair. Oh yeah. Let me turn you up. Say something. Oh.
Well, it's not me. It's the game is playing music, and if you can't hear that, then
I can't hear
it's
that.
not going to work very well.
I believe in you. You can fix it.
Share your screen.
I believe.
There's streaming options.
And I'm listening to the stream, because the moment you fix it, it'll all be good.
All right.
Hopefully it's not going to fix it. It's going to be really loud.
I do like riff tracks. They're actually one of the people I've been following for many years. But sometimes the stuff they're riffing on is so horrendously awful, even they can't make it funny. One of the best ones.
The Hands of Fate.
No, but like at least that's entertainingly awful. Some of them are just boring.
No, that one wasn't even entertainingly awful.
Have you watched What Is Corn?
No.
So it's an educational film from the late 40s, early 50s about all the different things you can do with corn, like making a hat out of it, or a straw dolly, or plaiting it, or putting it in your hair like a red Indian, all this sort of stuff. And it's just like, I don't understand who it's for. Is it, hey children, you're obviously bored because video games won't be invented for another 30 years. Here's something you can do with straw? Or was it like pro straw propaganda to try and get people to buy more straw to get their place to play with? It's the weirdest thing. There's loads of these
straw propaganda.
Well, there's loads of these weird educational films that you're like, why does this exist? There's one about spam. It's about half an hour long, just telling you about spam. Yeah, that's spam.
Spam. Lovely spam.
But it's worth some of them are worth a watch. And there's another one. It's again 20 minutes, half an hour long, and it's an educational video for teachers explaining to them how to arrange their classroom.
Oh my God, I've seen that one.
And it's like, what? It's not that difficult.
Yeah, they've got that whole Riff Tracks channel and everything that I don't...
Yes. I think sometimes what was happening is they were given money and told to make something educational. So they did. Oh, I feel I'm doing better this time. But 60 is quite a challenge. I still think the best thing we played in ages has been that Pictionary clone.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. That
Drawsome.
Not Drawsome. Gix.io or something? Grifter. I haven't laughed as much at a game as I have in that in a while. In Notable Bit because Max drew a very good toucan, but the clue was parrot. So, yeah, I'm still laughing just thinking about the fact that Matt's got toucans and parrots mixed up. I don't know why Izzard's Discord is having issues, because yesterday I couldn't get your Discord to shut up. I had to listen to fucking Santa music all afternoon. Or
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Didn't XKCD do a questionnaire about what the next line was?
Don't know.
Jingle bells, Batman smells. What's the rest?
An egg.
Yeah, but that's
The
not...
Batmobile lost its will and the Joker got away. Hey!
Yeah, but there's loads of different variations on that.
Oh, there's loads, yeah.
And they did a questionnaire trying to work out what the most common variations were. I want that boss, and he's not in a good place. I think in this game, I think green mobs are tougher, just full stop. Nah, duplicated, pretty good. What I want is the mana prayer. Not the Manana Num prayer. Oh shoot. Oh, Bible!
Mana. Oh, and then there were 3. Yeah, I don't have permission still, by the way. I know. I presume you're just trying to give me enough, but not too much. I understand that.
Well, no, because I think the only one above you is just absolute server admin.
But you can't have multiples. I think that's what it is.
No, I mean Jay's got that sort of rights.
Oh.
See, I can.
I mean,
I'm not
gonna say, if
owner.
you chuck
It's
it-
one down from owner.
yeah, oh, okay. I was going to say, if you could chuck those rights to me, as soon as I'm done with it, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I just set it up.
Wait, are you just trying to build or implement a bot?
No, he's trying to. He's
import
trying
and
to
configure, basically.
configure an existing bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think only server owners can do that.
No, server managers. The role is quite clearly named.
Yeah, but that role doesn't exist, so
Well, it does.
it really doesn't.
Well, it does, because I've got it on mine. And I've checked it, and it's, yeah.
Well, then it must be a new role because I've only ever known that the server owner can implement a bot.
Roles: dev, moderator, bot, mod author, Reddit mods, nice man, patrons, lockdown. It's not a built-in role.
Yep. It's a role. It's a role you might have renamed, but it's a role that did exist.
I don't think
What's happening?
I think we've renamed it. Why would we rename the roles?
I think it's not a. I don't think it's necessarily a role name. I think it's a permission inside the
it's
role.
A permission, yeah, possibly.
Well, that's what I think it is. It's any role that has
Whatever
that server
says
manager or a permission.
That the server owner has to set it up so that the role exists.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah,
no.
that makes sense. Now,
She runs a really large community server.
I could probably just go to the Fortress Craft settings and then roles and then add one called Twat Monkey.
Yes, do it, please. Make it orange, please.
Why is there one called DSL with only... Oh, that...
DSL.
There's so many ways that one could go.
Yeah. Can you make one called DMX?
Why?
It wasn't funny, really, so I can't bother to explain it.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with that. It's not worth your time. It's not worth my
What
time.
colour would you like?
I would like orange because that's my favourite colour, but I don't mind if you red or, you know.
Permissions.
Please tell me, did you actually call it Twat Monkey?
No, I've called it... No.
Oh.
Manage server
Special
allows
for-
members to change the server's name, switch regions, and add bots. I'm sorry, one of those things is not like the other.
Separate those. Yeah, separate
Yeah.
those things out. It's a little bit silly. I mean, to be fair, it is manage the server. It should just be. Surely you could just there should be like a bot role.
Well, there is a bot role, but I don't really want to give bot roles the ability to rename the server.
You generally don't want to give bot roles any more permission than you want the bot to perform.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true of anything. You don't really want to give anything more permission than you want it to perform. That's how permissions work.
And
Yeah, but some people are too lazy and they'll just be like, fuck it, I'll just make this out as a blanket rank.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
Umbrella.
disagree with you, SBA, when it comes to lands, because then you're like, add everyone permission.
Oh yeah, no, totally. That's where I'm coming from with my anecdote. I don't know.
Your dinner's ready.
Yeah.
But now when it comes to that, it's like, oh, I just want to access my computer that's 4 feet away, just all the permissions.
But Adam, what I'm going to do if it does work, I'm just killing some stuff in Diablo. I like Destiny 2 at the moment, but if it does work, I'll just go through and read what you've got on there currently. Just set that up.
Uh-huh.
So that should, yeah. I don't mind if you just say like update it. It's fine. But I'm just going to set it up so that we've like got a Google Calendar and stuff that I can just import. So that would be nice.
It'd be nice if we knew what we're doing tomorrow, but we don't. That's why I asked about the escape room game, and then Si was like, "Yeah, not with lots of people." I don't have the current time. I would like to look at Kara Command mods, but I had a quick look, and there aren't very many apart from the UI mod, and massive game-breaking ones like Ultra Turbo barges.
The Escape Simulator is very good, even with more people. It's got no problem at all with more people, but you have to all be the same level of competence.
Yeah, but surely you could just blitz puzzles with manpower then.
No, because if someone's got a thing in their inventory and no one else can then see it, that's what kind of one thing that just kind of sucks. So we were like trying to fix a puzzle, and then like we were like, it turns out like Izzard or Jay had something in their inventory that was just like, well, that's the missing piece we've been looking for the last 10 minutes.
In this treasure chest was 2 garlics and a Bible.
The treasure chest and the garlic and the Bible walk into a bar.
But yeah, I would like to try Kara Command 2 with mods. But I don't appear to be much in the way of. There isn't like a must-have mod or anything like that. But I could see, but I did only have a very brief look. Top Gun doesn't have any combat. It does have low-level flying that you have to do at speed, which could be quite cool. There's no multiplayer aspect to that at all.
And the real kind of shame about it is that you were talking about not getting V Rising until there's a sale. V Rising is basically in the same category, I would call it, as Raft and Core Keeper. It's similar to the sense where you've got so many people who just do random things and go and join up and work together and stuff, which is good fun. It's the kind of game that really works well for us.
Yeah, I mean, we could also look at setting up a dedicated Core Keeper server.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind setting one of those up. I've looked at it. I mean, I think to be honest, I was going to say you wanted to start a new what's it called? A new save, didn't you?
Sort
but
of.
With the same people, but new world, right?
Same character, new world, but no gear. Yeah. Our current characters.
No gear.
Yeah, no. Otherwise you just start again. Because if you take your gear along, you'll just ruffle stomp all of the bosses.
Yeah, but if you don't take your gear, I guess you get the skills, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much that really makes a difference. I would just restart with all the same gear. To be fair.
Well, no, because that's not a restart. Like you'll kill you'll kill the first 3 bosses just by looking at them, and the next set.
It's when there's the sunken. Is it Sunken Temple? I can't remember the name. The next
not Sunken
area
Temple.
Anyway. That's.
But the point is, the point is that we create a blank world, take our characters there naked, and then play from there. Not that we then go, cool, let's try and kill them. Oh, that's playing, let's say. That's very loud.
Is it working now then?
It's very loud. That's right, I have a volume control. Do you want to try it then?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
I actually just finished what I was doing in this game, so that's perfect timing. I presume I was reflected.
Why is Dora staring at me?
Father, feed me, Father.
Oh, bugger. I went back to the game and died. Oh, well, that's basically stopping or killing that person. I'm not sure about the story. I'm going to have to turn that down.
Yeah, I could do with turning it down as well.
Do what?
Are you joining us?
In what?
In Rift Tracks.
Wait, that's a multiplayer game?
Yes. Go to that website and type in the code OCUG.
I think I've got the right permissions now, by the way. It popped up with something else about another notification about bot something. Do you want to configure this bot? It's like, no, I'll leave it as it is, thanks.
Are you figuring out that Apollo thing, aren't you?
Yeah, it's now appearing there, Adam. So, enter Discord auth code. Oh, my auth.
You have to get that.
Okay.
Yeah, get that from the bots page on the Discord account.
If I have to add it, or if I do get to add it to a default one, a default channel, I think I should like to add it to the lockdown channel, the one that everyone obviously uses normally.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I think that's probably. I think that's probably.
Hello, aspiring riffers. In each round,
Wait, it says I have to pay attention.
A movie clip will play. Every clip has a spot to write your own joke, or riff as we call it. If you're stuck, you can choose a randomly assigned riff from one of our own professional comedy professionals. At a slight point.
Use the game, pay attention to learn how to play. What?
Everyone's riff.
Are you still streaming?
And you vote for your favorite. At the end of all the rounds, the player with the most points wins.
Adam, are you still streaming?
Yes.
All right, because I don't know if I had an audience mode on.
The monster is ripping the building apart. We've got to stop it, but how?
Are you the next top riffer?
Oh, wait a minute. Am I meant to be? We're meant to be watching your Discord. Oh.
Way! I got an achievement for Psy. Alright, I couldn't think of anything funny.
We're all waiting.
Me neither.
The monster is ripping the building apart. We've got to stop it, but how?
Perhaps we can distract his attention. You mean use ourselves?
What? I heard the original audio then.
The monster is ripping the building apart. We've got to stop it, but how?
Aim for that giant puppeteer.
You mean use ourselves?
The monster is ripping the building apart. We've got to stop it, but how?
Suck my fucking dick, you wank stain.
Wow, that was Adam.
The monster is ripping the building apart. We've got to stop it, but how?
Squeeze its testicles in a pulsing fashion.
Also could have been Adam.
Wait, why is there a fifth time?
The monster is ripping the building apart. We've got to stop
Why?
it, but how?
Because you're streaming?
EENARSE.
You mean use ourselves?
Got your favorite? Vote now.
Oh dear.
I guess because we've only got 4 players, it's added some canned ones in.
Well, the canned one, I could spot the canned one because obviously that was Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Malcolm.
Looking good.
Shouldn't there be an apostrophe there?
Where?
Between the P
Where?
and the arse.
Where? Apostrophe where?
No, it's gone. That's too late.
Two.
Oh, yeah, so... No, Addison, there shouldn't be an apostrophe. Silly Billy.
It's go time, Mama Jama. Into your riff now.
Oh, this music will get quite old eventually.
Go, go, go. Move, move, move.
You think you're smart, don't you? My heavens. You think you're smart, don't you?
Oh, lip sync.
PowerWash Simulator has gone downhill.
Oh no, we have a winner.
Smart, don't you?
Smart enough not to miss the fucking chalk drawing.
You think you're smart, don't you?
I shout that whenever I see Stephen Hawking.
My heavens. You think you're smart, don't you?
Why, if I had a step ladder, I'd... Time to pick the funniest riff. Vote now.
waiting,
Yeah,
for,
and I was just like, well, yeah.
waiting for the slower players to vote.
You're doing great.
I just put it on. I just left it on the default settings for 45 seconds, which is quite. I find that quite a short amount of time.
It'd be
Do it in a
funny,
minute.
I agree. But we're all good. We're all good.
Time to bring the funny. Enter your riff now.
I may have done something bad.
Had like poor grammar or something immoral.
No.
Better hurry.
Obviously, without good, they cannot be bad. But I'm to prove that.
Not everyone agrees with that.
Oh, I'm to prove that statement wrong.
We were sent by the seagulls.
Wow.
This film looks terrifying.
We'll be safe in this bird cage under the table. They'll never think to look there. I fucking hate seagulls.
How'd you do sound effects?
Oh no! Okay, I'll see you in 5 minutes.
I think I might have done a bad thing, as I said. So I don't think they should.
How'd you? Are there buttons for sound effects or something?
Yes. And I just kept pressing it.
I said a bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word.
The funfetti. It's driving them insane.
Okay,
Change
we
the
all
voices.
had a good laugh. Now time to vote.
Adam's one so long it pushes all the others off the screen.
Simply stunning work.
I'm curious about how the scoring works for this, but you know. And also the bot is beating Psy.
Fuck you. Thank you, Destiny 2.
General, may I ask you a question?
Yes, you may.
You've seen the clip? Now enter your riff.
Oh, whoops.
I made myself laugh.
I made a mistake. I mean, someone made a mistake.
TikTok people, TikTok people.
General, may I ask you a question?
Har jag är inne i Norge.
What?
General, may I ask you a question?
Wow.
Is
What is it?
your washing machine broken?
General, may I ask you a question?
Can an army be too foxy?
General,
Army?
may I ask you a question?
Only if I may step on you.
General, may I ask you a question?
Not with your clothes on.
The riffs are in. Time to vote.
I'm really confused, by the way, by the first one.
I know, some of them are weird, aren't they?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Has it got
Didn't
them off
work.
the internet or something? Or was that size one?
It was mine that just, the voice was apparently not the normal voice.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think if you type in all caps, it just spells out the letters.
oh, I mean, oh right, is that what it was trying to do? Stop voting for the
Doing
bots.
great there. Don't get cocky.
Oh my god, I'm the second funniest person here.
Okay, riffers. It's the final round.
Riffos.
One thing's for sure, it wasn't a floating chainsaw.
It's that time again. Enter your riff now.
The thing is, whenever I watch Rift Track, I always double tap on the right to skip 10 seconds to skip the theme tune.
One thing's for sure, it wasn't a floating chainsaw.
Have you considered that it could have been a floating chainsaw?
One thing's for sure, it wasn't a floating chainsaw.
We all float down here.
One thing's for sure, it wasn't a floating chainsaw.
Must have been a sinking one, much like this joke.
One thing's for sure, it wasn't a floating chainsaw.
But it definitely tore us a new one.
One thing's for sure, it wasn't a floating chainsaw.
Because it was obviously a flying chainsaw.
Here we go again.
Like that.
To vote.
Now you see why I did my meta one of stop saying that repeatedly.
How do you change the voices in it? Like, I know you can get like male and female, and then different languages. That's all I can get the option of.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was an option.
Well, look at this hot shot.
We're voting for the bot again.
And the winner is...
Not me!
Yay, I'm the riffiest. I'm a toaster.
You are the riffiest.
Thanks to everyone who played. Let's give each other
Why
a
have you got 2 plug sockets? That's a very bad idea. So, let me get this
2 plug
straight.
sockets.
You got 2 plugs, but the riff bot was the second funniest. It beat almost everyone.
Let's try the other game mode then.
I understand how it works now.
Oh no, start to the next game. I don't want that. I haven't changed the mode.
I do like. I like the VHS effects though.
Yes, I was just noticing.
Happy 4th of July, son.
Okay. Take a deep breath and enter your riff.
I can't think of anything funny. Are you going to try and restart it in the other game mode?
Okay, yeah.
How to change the voice?
At the bottom, TTS gender.
Yeah,
TTS.
the TTS
Yeah.
language. The gender is male, female, or in English. But then we're like this.
Yeah.
Like, what voices have I got? Korean, English,
Oh no, but I don't know.
Arabic.
Yeah, that would be which voice set to use.
Ready to riff? Here we go.
Q, K, J.
So yeah, it's very Jackbox inspired, isn't it? The system.
Yes.
Is this a sincerest form of flattery? Adam, you're VIP, aren't you? Can you start it?
I can. What? So is this riff tracks of the game?
Hello, riffers.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
each round of Pick a
Where
Riff
most of the
mode,
people
a
playing
movie
it
clip
right
will
now.
play. Every clip has a spot to write your own joke, or riff as we call it.
Is this not
You'll
the
be
same?
assigned 6 random riffs, and
Oh,
you'll need
I
to
see.
pick which one of your riffs is the funniest one.
Right.
Round
Oh,
one.
it's the same, but they're canned.
But we can't type them. Yeah. That's Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Your space commander has returned from Earth.
I'll do
Send
the
him
thing
in.
with the arms again.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
It's that time again. Enter your riff now.
But see, now we've got the issue that, like, it's like Cards Against Humanity. Sometimes it's just not possible to be funny. Yeah,
There's getting you riffs at the bottom.
I like this one better.
There's 6 people playing it right now, and we're 4 of them. So I'm going to say this wasn't a commercial success.
It's bombed them.
Yeah, well, they've been pushing it on their channel quite hard.
Your space commander has returned from Earth. Send him in.
You're late for workplace sensitivity training, jerk off.
feel like I'm stuck in a
Your
time
space
loop.
commander has returned from Earth.
Send him in.
People have had this part of the conversation before, sir. And this part.
Your space commander has returned from Earth.
Send him in.
You know, you should really shave this portion of your body.
The thing is, it's really weird it talks about that because no one's saying anything
Your space
on screen
commander
at that
has
time.
returned from Earth.
It's there.
Yeah, like who's saying it?
It's
Turned
the,
into
it's
Jerry
the,
Lewis there
the
for a
voiceover people. Like they
Yeah,
will
so the
riff on
thing
it.
is, if you don't know about Mystery Science Theatre,
Your space commander
you're just
has returned
not
from
going to
Earth.
buy this game, probably.
Send him in.
I hope he brought some more crap to put on my desk.
Got a favorite
That
riff?
last one was the
Yeah,
right
this
one.
is... Vote for your favourite.
I'm guaranteed the last one was my
I don't think my
fun.
favourite's on the screen.
Funny.
Yeah. The least awful one.
Oh look, it's the
Well,
bot.
I, for one, am impressed.
So the line they actually used in the actual original riff was the funniest. What a surprise. So we're now having to try and be funnier than the actual people who did the original riff tracks. It's quite a challenge.
Round 2.
Yeah. For free.
What's so good about having a
You have to pay for it.
Oh man, if only I could have typed my own
time,
one
Mama
for this.
Jama. And pick your riff.
Oh, yeah.
I get you so many achievements here, so I hope you appreciate it.
What's so good about having a sister?
We don't know what the hell we're doing, frankly.
What's so good about having a sister?
Unless you're a sledge, what even is the point?
This doesn't work, does it?
No.
What's so good about
Well.
having a sister?
Is that good?
I think it could work.
What's so good about having a sister?
And the sex is amazing.
What the fuck?
What's so good about having a sister?
I don't consider us friends.
Time to place your vote, fellow riffers.
It's like Cards Against Humanity. It's mostly the most outrageous wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's weird about this mode is it's like you're sort of forcing yourself to find something funny. It's like, which of these is most amusing?
Might be a
It's
champion
weird.
riffer in the making.
See, I quite like "and the sex is amazing," except for the word "and" ruins it.
Oh yeah, I know.
That would have been if you'd have typed that one, it would have been
Took
brilliant.
you solo. Ice cream was melting.
What the fuck? Go on, that's it. Put it all in
Okay. Take a deep breath and enter your riff.
What the hell? The card that I was given as a replacement would have been perfect in the last one.
Welcome to Cards Against Humanity.
there. Yeah. It's quite hard not to win a round in Cards Against Humanity when you have like the Auschwitz card.
Well, what took you solo? Ice cream was melting.
I enjoy my work too much.
Well, what took you solo? Ice cream was melting.
Limburger is less cheesy than this.
Well, what took you solo? Ice cream was melting.
Well, someone's not getting the SeaWorld shot glass I bought him.
Well, what took you solo? Ice cream was melting.
It's like Vogue on
Just
poetry.
Lots and lots of licking.
Well, what took you solo? Ice cream was melting.
And it doubles as underpants.
Oh, dear.
Okay, we all had a good laugh. Now time to vote.
I can spot the original ones though. They're quite funny. Oh look, Bot got the
Check
votes.
out the high score on this
Messiah, I
one,
take it
people.
back.
Yes.
Wow, from one fell in one fell swoop, you've gone from least funniest to
Round
funniest.
4.
You're welcome.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is
with using a ghostwriter.
This is a fucking weird. It's about a bunch of kids with monkey things, faces, all getting
Time
hurt.
to bring the funny. Enter your riff now.
None of these fit.
I want to write my own. Oh, this is so bad. So anyway, for trying the other mode one last time before I refund this game.
I like the other mode, yeah. This one just doesn't work. Except my one, which was brilliant.
So it's not okay if I end this and switch to the other mode for one last
give
try.
it one mode and then refund it. I suspect a lot of people don't.
Yeah. Well, that's how you learn not to make bad games.
The thing is, if you've seen the Bullfrog game, I was called At the Movies, you'd understand why this doesn't work. Because you
Let the riffing
you run out of
commence.
the content quite
Head
quickly.
to rifftracks.games and enter your room code.
Do it. But it's good tech. That's A1, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Hello, aspiring riffers. In each round of writer riff
Please
mode,
click skip.
a movie clip will play.
Skip.
Every
Skip.
clip has a round 1.
Skip.
Jack! No! Anything but a toothbrush and dental floss.
You've seen the clip? Now enter your riff.
Alright, stop that. If one of my riffs is just V V V V V R R R V V V, that's Dora. Let me know, mate.
Yeah, guess my vote.
Do ya, Jack?
Cacophony.
No! Anything but a toothbrush and dental floss.
PowerWash Simulator has gone downhill.
It's a running joke.
Is it any broke?
But tickling me with a toothbrush is a hawk.
Oh shit! I might choose a different voice.
Anything but a toothbrush and dental floss.
Jesus Christ, what the fucking hell did I just see? Joke here.
Jack! No! Anything but a toothbrush and dental floss.
Shit. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Jack! No! Anything but a toothbrush and dental floss.
This is a public
Exactly
service
how
film.
SEAL Team 6 took out Osama.
Here we go
Yes.
I think that was CG, those characters.
I think
God,
it possibly
it's
wasn't.
gone.
That's probably a toothbrush public invasion from the 60s.
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush, yes.
Would you check out the riffing skills
Thanks.
on this guy?
Stop voting for the bots.
Actual voting team.
Round 2.
Children, I don't want you to say a word. Just follow me right now.
Oh, bugger.
Are you the next top riffer? Enter your riff.
Oh, I need to change the voice back from Japanese.
You're almost out of time!
Cybe funny, quickly!
An achievement. You're welcome.
Holy shit, Ray Liotta just died. Wow.
Children, I don't want you to say a word. Just follow me right now.
Mom, did you just moon the camera?
Get the camera. She's tired.
Children, I don't want you to say a word.
Yes,
Just
she
follow
did.
me right now.
Gesundheit.
Children, I don't want you to say a word. Just follow me right now.
And leave that stupid hat.
That's the bot.
Good.
Children, I don't want you to say a word. Just follow me right now.
But he said keep quiet.
But it said keep quiet.
My wife.
My wife.
Children, I don't want you to say a word. Just follow me right now.
Quick follow Father Fritzl into the basement. You'll be safe there.
Got your favorite? Vote now. Well, look at you. I bet you had a good breakfast.
That was the funniest. But you said don't vote for the Riff bot.
Yeah, but everybody else is. I thought it just.
Oh, I didn't realise it was. I thought someone you come out with that.
No, if it uses one of the 4 voices, it's the bot.
Yeah, and I couldn't remember. I was just reading them on the selection screen there.
You saved my life.
It's go time,
Sex.
Mama Jama. Into your river now.
The funny thing, I've seen that film. Isn't that someone who's gone back in time and been saved by a caveman?
Possibly. I have the name of it at the top. I can't remember.
Yeah.
You saved my life.
My wifi.
You saved my
Wrong
life.
voice, Malcolm.
Yeah.
You saved my life.
Watch that screen, not these riffs.
You saved my life.
I have many parasites.
See, that's the best one.
Yeah, it's gonna be the bot. Yeah.
Got a favorite riff? Vote now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just so proud of you.
It's so Jackbox.
Yeah.
Like.
Why do you keep voting for the Riff bot?
Because it is the funniest.
We beat this thing.
Funniest, yeah.
The others didn't.
We will.
Okay. Take a deep breath and enter your riff. Take your time. I'll just sit here quietly.
We beat this thing.
The others didn't.
We will.
My wifi.
The fuck?
We beat this thing.
The others didn't.
We will.
But they're watching us with a long lens.
We beat this thing.
The others didn't.
We will.
Don't look at the camera.
We beat this thing.
The others didn't.
We will.
I notice you're tossing around the word we a lot.
We beat this thing.
The others didn't.
We will.
Now bend over and you will beat it.
What?
Time to pick the funniest riff. Vote now.
Accents are so shit.
The problem is, I love riff tracks. Riff tracks is absolutely hilarious and brilliant. But Amazon Prime now thinks I like to watch this sort of films unironically. And I do not.
Well played, good
Yeah.
river. The round is yours.
Around is yours.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Riffers, it's the final round.
Why has it got final round films?
I managed to save some clothes for you.
It's that
Is this
time
Lost?
again. Enter your riff now. TikTok people, TikTok people.
I managed to save some clothes for you.
It's a shame that you didn't find some for yourself.
I see you got your shirt off again. Should have typed that one.
I managed to save some clothes for you.
This is way too much like typing of the dead. We should play that. Oh, that was all in caps and I don't have enough time to change it. What will I do?
Yeah, we should play that.
Oh, that's me.
I managed to save some clothes for you.
If you consider 300 feet of rope to be clothes.
Fashion Week, maybe.
I managed to save some clothes for you.
And I added lots of sand to the bag too.
I managed to save some clothes for you.
Steel greaves and a Garfield nightshirt.
The riffs are in. Time to vote.
I wish I'd thought of the funny thing I said before I typed the thing I actually typed. Oh wow.
Bring over the refund button.
Well, would you check out the riffing skills on this guy?
Yeah, 1,250 points. Final round.
Oh right, so you had to be just funny at the end. So it's basically just like Quidditch.
And the winner is.
It's just a warm up. Quidditch? Do you mean Quiplash?
No, I mean Quidditch.
No, he does mean Quidditch. It doesn't matter until.
Oh, right, okay.
Please join us for
Okay.
Bars and Punch in the Fellowship Hall.
I don't read Mildred the Witch books.
Quidditch has the issue that there's one way to win, so all the rest of the game is pointless.
Wait, did I win again?
No.
Amazing.
I say amazing.
Yeah.
Why? Because you lost.
Plum Yeti, things are going well. And I'm going to bed, so I'm afraid you turn up a little bit late. And yeah, I agree. PowerWash Simulator has gone downhill.